Okay, guys, we are live. Okay, this is episode 8. All right, of the here we go with that shit again. And you know what? We're going to get straight in to this podcast. Okay, it's time to talk about State of Decay, and I got a lot of shit to say. Okay, but before I do that, just to let you know, we have one member here. Some of them are running late, so they'll be popping in. All right, but I got a lot to say, so they got some time. Okay. But before we go on, I want to do some shout outs to people that are already here in chat. Appreciate y'all. El Matador, Jamal Adams, Lamont, and Yemi. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Remember to hit that like button and keep any fools in check that come in here. You know what I'm saying? Give them things in your mind. Okay. Now, I got to ask the viewers a question. And the gamers a question. Okay, and here's my question. What year is it now? Honestly, what year is it now? Somebody please remind me what year I'm living in, because I could swear. Okay, you sure? Because I could swear after playing State of Decay 2, it's 2008 all over again. Okay? You laughing, but I'm telling you, that's what it felt like in playing this game, okay? Now, to the people thinking I'm overreacting, watch some footage of this game. Better yet, forget watching the footage. Play it. Play it. Okay? And you'll see that low res textures, the primitive lighting sourcing, a lot of bloom, way too much motion blur. Gave my ass a goddamn headache. Okay? And the frame rate is very choppy. Oh, it also loading time is shitty. I don't know what the hell they're loading, because they're loading shit from before. I don't know, maybe 2008. I don't know. So we're the most powerful console in the world. It should be downloaded. It should be, the load time should not be that long. Okay, just saying. So I'm going to discuss the graphics first, because we are talking about a console, like I just said, that's supposed to be the world's most powerful console. The console that's supposed to be native 4K games. And if you are satisfied, I'm going to say this. If you are satisfied with this game on the Xbox, on the Xbox One X, after all the praises Phil Spencer gave this console, after all the talk about power, after all the Xbox fanboys on Twitter had their jokes about teraflops and how the power game is over, if you one of them people who will excuse a first-party title like this, okay, that's been in development for years, and I mean years.
It's not a first party. It's a second. It's a second party.
All right, even if it's a second party, it's still been development for years and years. Okay, and
it should have been in house if they were gonna promote it like they were supposed to.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to these people, if you're one of these people, do me a favor, slap yourself right now, dip your hand in some cold ice water, and slap the shit out yourself, because there are no words for any game to look like this. Okay, that's anything short of an indie title. Okay, in my opinion. Okay, it's like Microsoft knows that their fan base loves backwards compat and games so much that the direction Undead Labs chose was to model the graphics after a 360 game. And I'm gonna say this: there are a lot of 360 games that look better than this right now. Okay, and I ain't lying. You guys got to play. You guys got to do this. I mean, if you can handle all the shit I just said that's going on in the game, more power to your ass. But no, I ain't playing that. Nuh-uh. And then I told you, Javius, I was gonna go crazy.
Okay?
And then you get to the actual gameplay. Okay, the glitches, and all that. Okay, who actually was overseeing quality assurance? That's a question I want somebody to answer me. Who was actually looking at quality insurance? Was it a 2-year-old?
I think for this one,
With glasses?
They were mostly they were. Oh, you're talking about the graphics.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It does look slightly better than the old one,
Oh,
than the first one.
not the one, not what I'm playing. I thought the first one looked better. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. But
They do have similarities, but the second one does look slightly better. I think because they switched engines, that they kind of had to try to get used to it. That's why it's not as beautiful as it should be.
Cortavius, you know you're my buddy, right? Don't be
I'm your
damage
buddy.
control.
I know it.
You
I'm not. I'm
trying to
not.
right now.
I'm looking at it from all aspects. This is what I'm doing. I'm looking at it from all because I like State of Decay, and
Oh well,
I haven't played the second one yet, but I have bought it. So when I get off work today and start my vacation tomorrow, I will be all in to State of Decay 2. But
okay. Well,
from switching engines like that, that's the only thing I can see why it's not as up to date as it should be.
but it's on the most powerful console. Come on, that's what everybody's saying.
Unless it's an in-house studio, I can't really dog it like I want to, because
Well, I ain't done yet.
it's up to the developer if they want to max out that system though.
But no, you know
But
what?
if it was a Microsoft studio game and it came out like this, yeah, I'd be dogging the fuck out of it because I don't know what the fuck they would be thinking.
But you got to realize, anytime Microsoft does anything with a studio, okay, they don't give them free reign. They try to tell them what to do. Okay, yeah. But you're talking since the first one come out. What is it? 6 years? Okay, no.
It's about 6 or 7.
It should have been way better than this. Okay,
yeah.
I ain't done yet. Hold your hand on your head, and I got some more. Okay, and you could be the devil's advocate all you want. I'm cool with that. You're my buddy. I'm cool with that. It's all right. It's all right. You know, but
it has a lot of problems. Mostly from what I've seen on co-op, I haven't really seen many problems. That don't mean that it's not out there. But many of the videos that I've watched people playing and they haven't been in co-op, I haven't seen them have any, like, none of the glitches that most of everybody is complaining about.
Okay. Well, here's one for you. Let's keep going. Okay, I ain't done yet, yeah. Cortavius. Okay.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Listen, the game froze the moment I booted the shit up.
Oh damn.
The moment I booted the shit up, the game fucking froze on my ass for about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But that's 10 seconds too long. It shouldn't have froze. See, that's another bad issue.
Same thing happened to Luca when she first booted it up. It froze on her.
Yeah, this is my problem with any studio that works for Microsoft. Okay, they work on these games for years, and when it comes out, there's always something broken about it. Okay, here I'll give you an example. Remember Halo Master Chief Collection and how you couldn't play online? Yeah. And to this day, the online is still broken. Okay,
I haven't been on the online portion of it in a minute.
It's still broken. Trust me. You can go look at it, but trust me. Okay, now. I'm sure somebody going to be listening to this video and have some issues with me being honest about a game I actually gave the time into, okay? A game I actually wanted to be good. I wanted to play this game. Now, I'm going to tell you something. State of Decay is a series, in my opinion, that has the potential to be something bigger. You have a loot system. You have manage resources. You have to manage your resources. You have to find resources and survive. And I do like, and I do like the fact
you care more about your maxed out character than anything.
Right. And I do like how if your character dies, they're dead for the rest of the game. Okay.
Yeah. So and you can go back and pick up the stuff that character had on them before they died.
Right. It's the same in the first one. So,
Yeah.
but you get the one thing I like I said, you get the penalty in a game that many games are missing in this era.
Yeah.
And when I don't see the effort put behind the franchise, I'm going to call it like I see it. Like I said, I just said to you, and I'll say it again. This game has potential, okay? And
Yeah.
I would have thought after the first one, this one would have brought it all out.
Yeah.
That's what's pissing me off. You're talking like what? Like I said, like 6 years almost. Okay, it's
Yeah.
crazy. 6, 7 years. They should not have done it. I mean, I'm looking. I'm like, everything is pretty much the same. There really isn't no difference. I mean, to me, the graphics were a little less. At least from what you didn't play it yet, so you got to go look. Okay, you
Yeah.
got to play for yourself. Okay,
You
I'm not.
playing on the OG box, right?
Yeah.
You playing on the OG Xbox one,
No,
right?
I'm not playing. I'm playing on the Xbox One, not the OG.
I'm saying the OG Xbox One X, the vanilla Xbox One.
Yeah, yeah. I
The
know other
fat
people
body
play.
Xbox One.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. I told you I'm not buying that other one for what?
Yeah.
What
I got the X, so I got the X, so I'll when I get home tonight, I'll post some videos on Twitter.
Okay, all right. You could do that. You could do that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that since they also said this console is good for backwards compat and all that other stuff, this graphics
Yeah.
should have still been better. It still should have not looked worse than some 360 games.
Yeah, I do think they dropped the ball on that. The quality of the game should have been a lot more. It should have had a lot more emphasis on the looks of this game too, as well as everything else that they wanted to do with the game.
I'll give you another example, and I put it up. Okay,
Yeah.
one of the videos I put up, the sun rays, they were pixelated squares coming down your screen, and when you moved, they moved differently, but they were all little pixelated squares. You're talking about just sunlight, the sun rays. How are they pixelated fucking squares?
I haven't seen that. That's crazy if that was happening.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they even put out that patch yet. Everybody was thinking, since everybody was getting the 1 week early access to it for the $50 version, that by the time everybody made out all the problems with the game, that by the time it got to the actual release date, they would have passed it by now. But they're probably still working on the patch.
But that's what I'm
still
saying.
in the state of it shouldn't be in the state that it is now.
But Cortavius, what I'm saying is you had 6 years. It's not like you had 6 months. If you had 6 months, then I could see it having issues. But you had, and they knew before release that there was problems that patch should have been being worked on already. A patch shouldn't take as long as developing a game.
Yeah, that's true.
You developed a shit game for 6 years. And then now you want to patch it, and you can't even get the patch ready when they already stated it needed a patch. You can't get a patch ready before release. Come on, that's what I'm saying. You know,
I think the patch they're supposed to be putting out is like 6 gigs.
Wow.
Yeah, they must have had a lot of stuff and then I think it was supposed to be in development for probably about 1 or 2 more years before the game was supposed to actually release. But I think since Microsoft doesn't have any games, they had no choice but to put it out to have something in this year. And that's the sad part. That's the real sad part, because this game probably would have got a lot better scores. It's probably been a lot more polished because it has the content. It just need that polish and them glitches fixed. And I don't know.
But what I'm asking you, is it too much for Microsoft to handle to get a game right? If this was Sony, I'd be saying the same thing. If this was Nintendo, I'd be saying the same thing. But lately,
I know. I'd be damn sure saying the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted this game to be good. I wanted it to be better than the first one.
Yeah.
And they, I knew it had the glitches and everything, but like I said, I had the Game Pass, so I had to find out for myself.
Yeah.
Okay. And am I going to go out and buy this game the way it is? Hell fucking no. No. I'm not. You
Yeah.
know, that's why I told people, you do Game Pass and see what it's about first before you buy it.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, they already warned about glitches already, and they were
Yeah.
right. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Here's another thing that kind of bugged me a little bit. I did like some of. Well, I'm gonna say this. There's one thing I did like. I did like some of the story in the beginning, like
Yeah.
searching for a vaccine to cure my brother in the game. Okay,
Mhm.
but I had the feeling like I was playing this game before. That's how similar things are. This game is not really too different from the first one at all. At all.
Oh, you're getting like that deja vu from the first one.
Hell yeah. Deja vu all over
Yeah, I
again.
feel you.
House, everything. I mean, they could have at least remodeled some of the houses and made them a little different. I mean, you're in the same
Yeah.
place with that gate, you know, where you had the guard and, you know, the woman on the thing. Come on. You can't. It was like, it's too much that was the same. You have the same controls. You do the same stuff. You get the same graphics somewhat.
Yeah.
Some of the parts were a little worse in my opinion. Okay,
Yeah.
some of it was the same, but some of them were they were just like, no, I think the first one had a little better in this area.
Okay.
But I mean, I was in an area and I went to get a loot, right?
Yeah.
Now I know that door was there. All of a sudden I couldn't find the door and it's telling me to jump through the goddamn window. You couldn't see a window. It looked like a damn door.
Oh
Okay.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. But what I'm saying is you get the same graphics or worse in 2018.
That's terrible, man.
That's my
That's
issue.
real
Okay.
sad.
Yeah. Now, um, 6 years since the last release. Okay. Yeah. 6 or 7, whatever it was. 6 or 7 years since the last release. There is no real improvement. Now, I'm sure to somebody that probably never played the game before or
Mhm.
never got into State of Decay 1, it may be somewhat fun to them. Okay. But to me,
Yeah.
I look for gaming to go forward, not backwards, or
Yeah.
looking like backwards
Or stay
compat games.
stagnated.
Yeah, or go with backwards compat games. You know,
Yeah.
hey, what up, Jimmy B? What up, Jimmy B? What's going on? Thank you for coming
Oh,
by.
Jimmy in
I
the
just
audience?
Jimmy's here. Yeah, Jimmy's here.
No.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So here's my overall experience with State of the Gate 2. Okay. Now that I ranted so much, I'm just gonna get to the and Cortavius. I'll let you keep going if you want. Okay. Um, my overall experience with State of Decay 2 was not good. I'm not
Yeah.
mad about it or even disappointed, okay? Because I heard about there was issues with it anyway. It
Yeah.
just surprises me that a game can be developed for years and end up being this broken at launch. Like I said, I'll restate it again. I booted the shit up. It froze on my ass.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Xbox One should have no problem running this game, and a 360 shouldn't have either
Yeah.
running this game. But my Xbox One had problems running this game. So overall, now you've played State of Decay 1, you haven't played State of Decay 2. With what I'm telling you, what my experience was, Octavius, what are your thoughts about what I just expressed I went through? And I'm not saying I played this for 15, 20 minutes. I played this for hours. Okay?
Yeah.
I played it a long time.
Yeah. I think you started what around noon, 11 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, because I had the day off. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
started early.
Yeah. So I mean, it's 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 self-inflicted when it comes to releasing these games at this stage, and by it having that Microsoft Xbox division name behind it, it's making them look even worse than what they already are. Um, for it to come out to having all these glitches is very, very disappointing. And I hope I can at least still have some kind of fun with the single player mode. Um, God, man, it's very disappointing to hear that this game is lacking in so many areas when it could really be a really great game. What's up, Sick?
What up, Sick? Yeah, I think it can be too. That's what I'm saying. And Jimmy, I read your comment. I played it since noon. Okay, this is my first impressions of the game. Okay, I played it since
Yeah.
noon up until almost right until before I came on air. Okay,
Yeah.
because I had to set up the podcast. So until right before I came on. Okay, I may have been like 10 or 15 minutes away to go grab a bite to eat or something like that. But basically, I played it. Okay, and I mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean, do I have to put in like 48 hours or 72 hours before I get something better out of it? I mean, I understand they may have 3 maps. Don't get me wrong, and I value your opinion. I'll watch you. I value your opinion, but I mean, honestly, what do I have to do with the problems I already? I mean, Jimmy, I booted the game up and it froze on my ass. Okay, you couldn't see shit. There was better lighting in the other one. I mean, look at my pics I put up about the sun rays and all that shit. I mean, it's crazy. And that motion blur tore my head up today. That motion blur was terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you're getting Jimmy. I don't know if you're getting the same experience that I am, but I'm telling you, from what I see, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you know somebody and you got an unbroken one. Jimmy, do you know somebody got an unbroken one? Huh? And you ain't telling nobody? No, seriously. But no, those are what after last couple of hours, those were my experiences with the game for at least like I said, since noon until almost right before I came on. I mean, you're talking what, 5-6 hours? So it's not like I didn't do it. These are my initial, response to this. I mean, I can't do anything else. And I can't say anything
Yeah.
else.
State of Decay is quadruple A goodness.
Stop it.
I don't know what y'all talking
why
about.
why you think it's why you think it's
What up,
quadruple A
Stick?
goodness
What's
as
up?
an
What's
indie
up?
game?
Yeah, why did you heard the shit I was saying. Now, yeah, come on, Sick. Come on. I booted my shit up and it froze on my ass. Okay?
Listen, that's just a part of the game. That's just a part of that's just a part of the game.
Rebooting is just a
No,
part of the
that's
game.
not part of it. I know that's what them fanboys been saying,
It's being
and
funny
they
now.
stupid for
Sick's being
saying
funny now.
that.
It's a part of the experience. It's an integral part of the experience.
Okay. And so it's when I'm fighting. I forgot to mention that too. When I'm fighting, all of a sudden it seems like I'm teleported somewhere to fuck else, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I got a clip of that somewhere. I was in the middle of a fight, and then the frame rate dropped, and then I was like, "All right, what happened? Where is everybody? Where'd they go?"
They added superpowers. That's all.
Oh my god!
Princess,
I
did
knew
you
the
play?
comedian
Did
was
you
gonna be
try
funny.
Did you try the co-op on it?
No, I was playing single player.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't try no co-op. I didn't get that far yet because if I was going to talk about it, I want to talk about my experience personally on the campaign part.
Yeah.
And I want to get a good feel for it. I didn't want to do it for an hour or so, and then just an hour or so here on this, because an hour really doesn't tell you much. I mean, because there are games that start off like bullshit, but after you're in it for 2 or 3 hours, it's like, oh shit, this is better than I thought. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so you gotta put more time than an hour into a game and try to review it or do anything with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You really do. But seriously, Sick, did you play it?
Hell, fuck no.
No, I mean, well, I had Game Pass already, so it wasn't much for me to go ahead and try it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I said I was gonna do this, and I am. Okay, but I'm telling you, it was like it drove me. I mean, I believe when I booted this shit up, it just froze on a boot up. Come on. Now, if people are going to accept this, Sick, I don't know if you were listening. I told them they need to, slap themselves. Like, first stick their hand in ice cold water and slap the shit out themselves. If they can accept a game that's been in development for 6 years, okay, and getting this quality, on the most powerful console. Okay,
Hey,
now
listen.
I played on my vanilla, as they call it. Okay, but that was supposed to be very powerful too. Okay, so if it was that bad, it should. But no matter what, it should have still ran on a 360. It still should run on 360 or here. I mean, I felt like I was in a Twilight Zone. I was back in 2008 with the graphics and the way it was running. I
Yeah.
felt that. I asked in the beginning, what year is this? Cortavia goes 2018. I said, well, not when I played the game. I felt like I was back there, back in 2008.
Well, here's the thing, man. I don't know what's going on with Microsoft this generation. I'm not sure what it is that they're doing. But I was just playing H1Z1 prior to me coming to the podcast, and that game runs hell of a lot better than PUBG, man. And I'm like, it don't even make sense because they look similar in art style and everything. They look similar. But it's amazing. The controls felt good. The frame rate was fucking delicious, buttery smooth. The loading area wasn't all janky and shit. Like it's weird, man. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, H1Z1 had a longer development time than PUBG. PUBG was rushed out the door.
No. See, I would be with you on that one, but here's the problem with that assertion, right?
Yeah, I know that because I was watching. I was watching your stream last night. They're all clones of Arma 2.
Yeah, they all derive from the same place. You know what I'm saying? And more than likely using the same damn engine. But that's not even the thing, though, right? How is it that someone could literally develop a game for the PC and a console and actually have it running right? Because wasn't that the big excuse for PUBG? Oh, they have to port it over and they have to optimize it for consoles and shit like that, right?
Yeah, but H1Z1, their release date was supposed to be 20. I think it was announced in 2014 that it was coming to the PlayStation 4.
Oh,
it was
hell
supposed to be out on the 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a longer development time for the PlayStation. Is what I was talking about.
But here's the thing: the reason why I don't give them that excuse, man, and this is the God honest truth. No hate to Xbox or nothing like that. Microsoft should have refused to release that game in the state that it was in.
They ain't had no choice, man. They have no game.
I agree 100%. But you know what?
Game.
But sick. I also said this: who was in charge of quality assurance on the game during that 6 years? Honestly, somebody should have been in charge of quality assurance to make sure if there was something going wrong. I mean, you had to know this shit even 3 years ago.
Yeah,
that something was happening, and nobody was watching it. I said,
"What they have
it?"
Testers, because testers are supposed to hit all these glitches and bugs and stuff. They're supposed to run in the wall so many fucking times before they actually, until something happens or nothing happens, and they're supposed to write it down and give it to the developers.
Okay, but maybe you don't know.
If they got we don't know. But if they got shit testers, they're gonna get shit fucking fixes.
Okay, but then you got this. Here's another scenario. Maybe they did tell them there were certain issues. Okay, back in the beginning when they were testing certain things. But you got a quality. But you're supposed to have a quality assurance program department that will look at the complaints or what's going on and send it to the people who are actually developing it. It's not. It doesn't go straight to the developer. Okay, there's another department that generally gets involved to see what's going on and just that they have to check to make sure the complaints are valid before they send it to the developer. Okay,
that's what quality assurance is about. That's the testers. The ones that make damn near starting out $50,000 a year and higher. Those motherfuckers are supposed to give those developers that stuff. Those are the quality assurance people.
Well, evidently they're not doing their job because
they're not doing their fucking job.
No, they're not. Because let me tell you something. I do my job in testing those things, and they probably say, "Oh, never mind. She found too many complaints. She's fired."
Well, here's the problem, right? The reason why none of this shit is working right is because they want the end users, the consumers, to be the beta testers. Instead of paying for quality assurance and shit like that, they're using people They're using consumers who pay for the game to actually give them feedback on the game so that they can fix it. I think that's absolutely bullshit as well. Don't get me wrong, it's not PUBG only. It's every goddamn game nowadays.
Yeah, it's a lot of games on Steam that do that too.
I really think it's a shame because the game has a lot of potential. Okay, it really does.
Yeah.
You know, just like I said, I even admitted if they did it right, although it's been in development for a lot of years, we have to go back to Sea of Thieves. That had a lot of potential. They fucked that too.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? They messed that shit up too. I it's a shame because this game, you know, like I saw the potential, you know, with the first one. I was like, oh shit. All right. It's going to take a while for the next one to come out. We're talking what, 6-7 years?
Yeah.
Okay. So I figured this one would give me more, but I felt like I was at Cortavius just said, I felt like it was deja vu all over again when I was playing the game.
Yeah.
It was something I played back then. And you know, I mean, everything was exactly the same. The fence structure. I mean, can you just do like a different area, a similar area, but a little different? Make the house that you post in your shit in, you know, your home base. Can you make it look than the first one? Change something up.
It's more in depth than base building, from what I've seen. But the start out base is always the shit base. You have to find a bigger house, and you can move your.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is,
there,
even when I went to visit the neighbor, okay, it seemed like the same neighbor I visited in the first one, and the house was everything seemed to be exactly the same. So why was this in development for 6 years if everything looked the same?
I wonder if it was supposed to be in the same town, because they said this map is a lot bigger than the last one.
Well, it possibly could be, but I got to get through this map first. And from what I see on this map, it's the same shit as the last one.
Yeah,
you're doing the same thing. I mean, I'm sitting there I just felt like I just did this. Although I played the game back when, it was just the same. It just hit me, you know, like this is all too familiar. And you don't want a game to be like that. Not after 6 years in development. You want a little, you know, extra surprises or a little extra something in there to make it seem it's supposed to be similar to the first one because it's State of Decay 2. Yeah. I get that. I get that. But you got to have, even if it's the initial map, you still have to add something different to it to show people that, hey, we did work on this. Yeah, it's a similar map, but we added XYZ or ABC to it. I don't see that yet. I don't see it, is my point. Yeah. And like I said, the parts of the graphics.
Get a little bit more and see all the extra stuff.
Yeah, but you know what? You shouldn't. But you shouldn't have to take that long. Yeah. No, not you talking over 4 hours, 5 hours, and I didn't see nothing different.
Yeah.
And in areas the graphics were horrible. I told you, but that motion blur, holy god damn, man! I had to take an aspirin. My head hurt that bad.
Damn. Some people like motion blur. I can't stand motion blur.
I can't stand.
Like
no,
real
I can't
bad
stand
motion
that
blur.
No, I can't stand it. With me,
All right, look, real quick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be able to stay. I don't want to interrupt, but
what up, Jimmy?
What's up? I was surprised. I just wanted to say, man, State of Decay 2 is a great game if you enjoyed the first one. Is it a AAA game? No. Microsoft put this under 5-star light by calling it a AAA game, and they're the reason it's getting the hate that it's receiving. If you are a fan of State of Decay, the first one, Undead Labs said they were going to add some kind of online capabilities to the game, and they were going to re-release it. Now, they did that with this. Why they chose to go the way that they chose to go leads me to believe Microsoft has something to do with that decision. So I blame Microsoft for the negativity that's happening. Now, what I do want to say real fast is, anybody here a fan of the first one?
Yeah, actually, I'm a fan of the first one.
Actually, so do you enjoy the second one?
Huh?
Are you enjoying the second one?
I bought it. I haven't played it yet. I'm working.
Oh, I got you. I feel you. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Jimmy,
so
I did like the first one, and I thought I was going to
nah,
get
I said fan.
more.
I said fan.
All right, fan. I was a fan. All right, but what I'm saying is that I thought it was going to be better than what I
It
saw in
definitely
the
is.
first one.
It definitely
But
is
see,
better than the first one.
but I'm not getting that.
All right,
now.
let's talk about the physics. The physics of the cars. The cars handle better, right?
Not. The controls to me were the same as the first one.
They're definitely not the same because the difference between the first one and the second one is now the cars have gas. They take damage. They can be repaired. You don't have to lose the car.
Yeah, they could be repaired in the first one too.
Upgrade. You can also upgrade the cars and make them into better cars.
Yeah, well, you could do that in the first one if I remember right.
Nah, you definitely
no, you couldn't upgrade it. You could repair it.
Yeah, you couldn't do the
repair it.
Yeah, you couldn't. Yeah, well,
the upgrade,
no.
You can't.
The difference in
upgrade
repairs,
in the first one, but you can repair the car.
The difference in repairs is in order to repair the car, you had to park it and leave it. Now you can file repair kits and actually fix the car while on the road in the middle of the action. Right.
That's nice.
Yeah, they
All
added little touches like that. The base building is way more intricate. The base that you start out with, they did that on purpose because they wanted you to feel like it was the first one, so that when you start the game, you're familiar with what's going on. For those of us that played the first one, now right away as you grow your community, there's bases that depending on how many people you have in your community, you can access them or you can't. So now you have to have a certain amount of people to even get a better base.
Oh, okay.
Right. So there's a lot of intricate little details they added to the game that if you're a fan, you will appreciate. But I honestly don't understand. Like, I understand the hate that it's getting. There is a lot of glitches in the game, and Microsoft should never marketed this as a AAA. The first State of Decay got away with being the way it was is because it came out as an Xbox arcade game in 2012.
Yeah.
So nobody cared. It was $29.99. It was a cool game that you didn't expect to be as good as it was. Now they take the same type of project and they say, "Hey, this is a AAA game, but we're going to do you a favor and give it to you for $29." And Microsoft
didn't they put it on another engine? Because they were using.
I wasn't able to confirm that, but the engine seems very similar, so it's not much differences. But
okay.
But it's still a little bit clunky, but that's normal with open world games in this type of situation.
Jimmy,
but I feel like if you're a fan of,
because it's about the frame rate. Do you think that the console can't handle it because the frame rate was bad for me?
The frame rate is definitely a problem. That
is it that Microsoft can't handle it, or is the game just that bad?
I think it's just the way that the nature of the beast is an open world game with not too much optimization. So what's happening there is that the first one didn't have a great frame rate either. Now that combined with motion blur is going to be noticeable.
Yeah,
the rubber banding.
Yeah, that motion blur got me. That motion blur got that. Oh,
yeah, that's something I would like to see change in the PC version at least. Yeah,
I know. I think on PC they can take out the motion blur. But I'm not too sure of what they have to do. I know it's not they have to do some crazy shit to go when they go into the options.
No, actually they could take it out. It's probably there. They just don't have it where we could see it. But the reason that they of course keep it there is because they're hiding something. I mean, it's kind of obvious that the motion blur is there to hide the frame rate. I mean, I knew that too. But that's like I said, I know people gonna go, oh, here he goes with this. But I mean, it's a $30 game. What the hell do you expect? You expect 60 frames. You expect 120 frames. I mean, it's a $30 game.
Yeah, but wouldn't that motion blur even make that frame rate look even worse? If they were
exactly. But that's what I'm saying. It's clear optimization is an issue with the game. This is like a fact. Yeah. It's clear. I can't damage control. I can't lie. That's clearly a problem for the game. And the motion blur.
I think the game came out a year before its time too.
Well, you know, Microsoft, they have a drought going, so they kind of had to release that. I feel like they was under pressure to release it. Undead Labs wanted to make the game have an expansion and just add the online features, but they claimed that they couldn't do it. And then I'm like, okay, I know a State of Decay 2 is coming in, and here we go. So it should be better than what it is. It should be in a better condition. But once again, you shouldn't take a $30 game. We know it's a $30 game. Those of us who played the original, and then say it's a AAA title. And then this is what you get when you do that. So I don't blame people for bashing that. Microsoft needs to learn to let a game be a game and don't try to hype stuff up and don't lie to people. And the game is getting bashed for that.
But Jimmy,
Yeah,
I
I
got.
think
I just.
everybody took it because the developer said it was a AAA game. They were treating it as a AAA game. But
Exactly. Jimmy, I
I
just
don't know.
wanted to mention something to you, because you mentioned it was a $30 game. What you expect, and I get your point on that. My thing is that I just bought a shooting game called Simora, and it was $20, and it runs at 60 frames per second. Runs much better. And it's a $20
Yeah, but
game.
you just said it's a shooter, right?
Yeah,
What kind of shooting game is it?
Simora is a shooting game.
All right. How
Is
many?
the first person or third person?
That's what I'm trying to
I
get
think
at.
that's what he was
How many open world games do you see that run at 60 frames on console?
True. All right, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I just wanted to put that out there because you mentioned a dollar amount.
Yeah, but I mentioned that as in the budget for the game obviously
I did
wasn't
that
as
only
big
because,
as what they claim it was.
okay, but I also mention it because you know how people in chat, they don't get what we're saying, so sometimes you got to bring out other examples to expand on it a little bit more so they understand what we're talking about.
I got you.
You know, so but you know, I'm glad you came in because like you said, you said there were different things in there. Now you can, you know, have a kit and repair your car on the road instead of leaving it and going back to it. I mean, that's a good feature.
Yeah,
You had mentioned
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you also mentioned there were some other maps.
Yeah, there's 3 maps instead of 1 this time, and each one has 7 bases minimum. One map has 8, so you have a total of 22 bases to actually check out, and all of them are different.
Okay, well that's good to know. I just wish they'd no, those features are good. Like I said, I think the game has a lot of potential. You know, I like
it's a fan service game. It's a 100%. It's a fan service game. This game was made for people who like the first State of Decay and wanted to double down on it and see where they would go from there. That's what it's for.
So I should still enjoy this one, even with all the glitches and stuff. So that's good. That's good to know.
So Jimmy, when do you think they're going to fix the game?
I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
You don't think they're going to?
No,
because they said there was supposed to be a big patch coming out supposedly for this game.
Yeah, but a patch can make it worse. It can make it better. They should have what they should have did is they should have had a preview for the game. They should have had an open beta or something like that for people to play the game so that they could get this done. That leads me to believe the intention is not to fix it but to try to fix it. Yeah. Now, will it fix it? It probably will make it run better, but I mean, unless they change the way the connection is happening, I don't see them fixing some of those issues.
They should fix the ones that's making it worse, which is the co-op features, because that's where a lot of people are experiencing most of those glitches and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping it patches to stabilize that, but I think like I said, I don't know, man. I'm hoping they patch it. I mean, they said it had a budget that was like AAA standard. So what I'm thinking is they're going to do a lot of patches and updates, and maybe they will get it right. Maybe they will. Who knows when? But I'm thinking that's going to be more for like DLC or something like that. Because the first State of Decay had expansions.
I don't know, because the only indie team that I know that had a real AAA budget were the makers of the Witch.
Well, Microsoft came out and claimed it, so they can't really.
Microsoft came out and said it.
Yeah, they claimed it. They treated it as a AAA, so you can't take the game and say it's a AAA and then don't have any kind of updates for it. So
okay. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure like there will be some kind of big update of some sort.
Yeah,
I
think they said the first patch is supposed to be like 6 gigs.
Right, something like that along those lines, and then you'll see like little patches here and there. Probably a couple things will be added to the game to keep people playing it. We'll see.
Yeah,
I just hope so because you know, like I said, it has a lot of potential, and I want to see it do well. But they do have to figure. Like I said, you know, you in chat. I mean, I booted the thing up, Jimmy, and it just froze on.
I mean, that's a game though. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's about the experience of the game. If it's freezing on you and then when you play it, you don't like it, then refund that joint, just uninstall it, whatever. But at the end of the day, if freezing on you is a part of gaming to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's some of the side missions where one of the side missions I seen, I was watching the Mad Queen 88. She was playing it, and she did a side mission where Um, she had to go get some supplies back that was stolen from some people that she ran across. And when she went there to be diplomatic about it, they gave it all back. And as soon as she walked out of the door, they was like, "Nah, fuck that." And she had to fight them motherfuckers. She lost 2 of her people fighting them. I was like, "Oh man, they ain't do nothing stuff. They ain't do nothing like that in the first one. It was either you did the diplomatic thing, you got the goods and leave, or they say no at the beginning and start shooting." So it's kind of good that the AI in the game can change their mind if they wanted to, depending on your influence and stuff.
Hey, welcome, El Matador.
Wait, hold on. Who the hell said freezing is a part of the game? What are you talking about in the chat? Like, dudes be saying I said all kinds of shit. What the hell are you talking about? Anyway, listen. Let me get out of here before I start getting tight. I just want to say shout out to dudes that be phony and acting up for the tube, man. It's all good, B. I see everybody, man. I see everything, man. It's all good, man. Get at me in real life, though. Get off that keyboard sometimes. Come outside. Cut it out. Cut it the fuck out with that fake shit. Nah. Let me pop my shit real quick. Get off the keyboard and say that shit to my face, man. Yeah. 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 I've been good. I've been too good. Jesus love you though. It's all good. Yeah.
Tell them to talk to you nice.
That's what I like. That's what I like about Jimmy, because he's the same as me. They need to be stop the keyboard wizards and actually do something about what they're gonna say.
Everybody got an opinion on the keyboard. That shit is free. Talking is free.
So El Matador, did you play State of Decay 2, and what do you think about it?
Yeah. I'm kind of still early. I played so far maybe like 2 hours on it. So far, I'm kind of disappointed though. I got stuck like 3 times. I had to reset the game like 3 times as well. Very buggy, lag. Like it's not going as smooth as I wanted to, but it is what it is. I'm still going to play and see where it goes. And I'm just trying to, I'm trying to play my Xbox. Like I said, I don't play the damn thing that much, so I'm trying to play the damn thing. So I'm trying to find a reason to play it. So I'm going to be optimistic and keep playing through this week. And if I give up on it, hey, at least I'll try. I give it a shot. But not very good so far, though.
What's up, Demigod?
Oh, what's up, everybody?
What's good? What's good?
But yeah, I'm done.
All I say is, whenever they fix it, y'all let me know.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, I will never buy it, man.
I got it from Game Pass though, so yeah, I can just call Microsoft, give me $10 back, and I'm good. But it's just a shame that Microsoft put this game through. I feel after all this time they put this game like this. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's like Microsoft just cannot get shit right. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know either. Like I said, the only thing, if you didn't hear it before, Jimmy B was saying that they did put, like, instead of just 1 map, you got 3 maps. You got 7 locations on each map, except for 1. You got 8 that you can, make your bases. He did say now you can get a kit and repair your own cars, which was before you had to leave. He said you just got to get more into it. He said, but with some of the things, yeah, there are some shit going on with the game that they do need to fix. But he said, what do you expect from a $30 game?
Hey, Titanfall.
Yes.
Real quick, just to kind of like swing this particular conversation to something else real quick. What else you got on the docket as far as what you wanted to talk about today? Because I just want to make sure that I'm not gonna,
Oh, I'm going to talk about what was I going to talk about here?
Black Ops.
I was going to talk about Black Ops. Yup. And Something to do with Sony. What was it now?
The thing about them winding down the
Yeah.
with PlayStation.
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 winding down.
Okay. So I got something else that ain't got nothing to do with none of that. But the PS4 Pro 1 terabyte limited edition God of War bundle was the best-selling hardware of the month.
Oh, that's
not only in console units, but in item dollar sales.
Damn.
Wow.
Hold on. It gets better. The DualShock 4 wireless controller is now the record holder for best-selling accessory.
Wow.
Damn.
Hold on, it gets better. It gets better. MLB 18, the show. It's once again placing number 3 on April revenues chart. MLB The Show is the year's second best-selling exclusive to date, trailing only God of War.
Damn. That's good shit right there.
Wow.
Sony was April's top software seller. God of War reached the highest launch month dollar sales for an April release since Grand Theft Auto 4, which debuted in April. PlayStation 4 software dollar sales in April 2018 set an all-time April high for any platform since tracking began in 1995. The record had previously been held by Xbox 360 and was set in April 2008.
Damn. Damn, that's 10 years.
God of War was April's best-selling game. The PS4 exclusive from Sony Santa Monica achieved the highest ever launch month dollar sale. Okay, he kind of repeating the same shit over and over again now. Ubisoft. I don't know how the fuck this is, but they made the most money out of any publisher.
How much did it make?
I don't know. They didn't say. But this is all coming from Matt Piscatella.
Okay.
PlayStation 4 generated the highest April units. Yeah, okay, I said that already. Well, that's pretty much it for what he had for MPDs.
Well, damn, Ubisoft.
Yo, it's crazy because the only thing he mentioned was pretty much Sony. That's it.
Sony and Ubisoft.
That shit is crazy, dude.
I mean, can we just say that PlayStation's just killing it? Like, no cylinders. Pretty much.
I would tell you what I saw that was funny, man. And y'all probably go think I'm tripping, but I saw a lot of people on the Xbox side getting happy when they saw that Sony was winding down the PlayStation 4. They're like, finally, this shit is almost over. It's almost over.
Yeah, they tired of getting their ass whooped month after month.
This shit is crazy, man. It is crazy. Anyway, that's all I wanted to interject with. You can continue.
Can I ask you guys a question though, real quick? If you got that.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that Shannon Lofted needs to go like right now? Like she needs to Shannon
Lofted is not over she's only over second and third party now.
Oh, you talking about that lady that got mad at Ryan McCaffrey?
Yeah.
Was it Ryan McCaffrey? Yeah, it was Ryan.
Yeah, it was Ryan McCaffrey.
Bro, what did she do? Because she didn't do shit. Matter of fact, all I ever saw her was...
She was temporarily taking over Phil's job.
Really?
Until they got, after Phil got promoted, she took over his job at over first party games. And then I think they got old boy from Minecraft. And that's his job now. Yeah.
No, but
that's his job, and she's just over getting third and second party games.
Okay, bro. It's just like after what she said that Recore and Quantum Break are phenomenon. That statement just shook me right there.
Well,
Quantum Break was a good game. I don't think
So
Yeah.
she has to back the game. You can't see her just saying, "Oh, well, it wasn't as up to par as it should have been."
Well, to be honest with you, sometimes saying less is saying more. And in that case, saying less would have been more. She should have said less.
Oh no, I agree with you.
Well,
But
I mean, she
these
couldn't say too much less after a direct question like that.
But these figureheads got to play up to their companies and whatnot. But I agree. Sometimes saying less is more. Let the game talk for itself.
Yeah,
I still say recoil was pretty half baked personally, but
it was kind of disrespectful though, Demigod. It was disrespectful for her to even compare those games to the likes of Halo and Gears. You know what I'm saying? You put that shit in the same sentence. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest fan of like the Halo multiplayer and shit like that, or the Gears multiplayer for that matter.
But I hate Gears, but I
still
Halo.
think the games are legendary in their own right. You know what I'm saying?
They
what they've accomplished.
Yeah, they set the standard for a lot. But I just think to put it up there with anything else, nah. There's certain. I feel like there's certain levels to at least Xbox titles that you don't just go up there with. Halo,
King, what's up? What's up, King?
He got his mic muted.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh.
Well, if I was Phil, I would have fired her after that statement. I would have fired her in the spot. For real, man. Like, how disrespectful are you saying this blasphemous stuff? Like, get out of here. Like, come on, man. You gotta do better. Like, it's just like saying the stupid shit like that. It's just making the Xbox look more irrelevant.
Quantum Break was good though. I mean, they just
it's not phenomenal, bro. It's not phenomenal.
They should have did something with that TV show. If they had to cut that TV show out and just put what do you call it? Not CG.
Yeah, but it's not phenomenal, bro. Like, you cannot just say it's a phenomenal, like putting against Halo and Gears. Like, come on, no way. It's not a okay game.
TV show for Quantum Break and actually put it in a playable side campaign with Liam, I would have actually been more interested, like, for that matter. Because Liam actually had a really good writing in the show, but I'm like, this should have been all in game stuff.
Yeah.
This E3 is make or break for Xbox. Like, there's no more excuses no more. If Phil doesn't bring it, like, what can you remember Phil? Like,
but you know what I think. What I think is going on right now with the E3 though. I think Sony pushed out that they were only focusing on those 4 games, and then the third party to see if Microsoft was going to budge and show their hands. Because right now we don't know what the fuck Microsoft. We don't know what the fuck Microsoft is going to show.
True. That's a good strategy for Sony. That's a good strategy.
I think they're trying to push them out to see what they have, because you can't. Sony got what, 15 studios of their own. You can't sit here and say they only have. They really think we stupid and think they only have 4 fucking games. Are you fucking crazy?
Hey,
we're not stupid.
About that? I said the same fucking thing. I was like, they set Microsoft up for the kill, dog.
Yeah, they're trying to see if Microsoft comes push out what they have, or somebody get a leak of something. Because right now the leaks that's out are all third-party games.
And I'll tell you this. Let me tell you something. People saying, "Oh, it's a coincidence that Sony is doing this Game Informer with Days Gone." Like, no, Sony's doing it. They know what they're doing. They pretty much saying, "Screw State of Decay, buy a PS4, and you will play this great game or Days Gone." That's what they're doing. It's not a coincidence.
Momentum. That's what they're doing.
Momentum. That's what they're doing. And Microsoft is not doing anything like something like that. I just don't understand. Like, you seeing what they doing, you gotta do the same. Like, fight back, damn it. I just stay in the freaking. It's just I don't know, man.
I think that they holding their cards, because right now I think Microsoft thinks every time they show something early, Sony one-ups them weeks later, a week or two later with something. So with right now, Microsoft has a good chance to surprise us, because we know nothing. We know nothing at all. Not
You're
one bit.
crazy if you don't think Sony got like 3 in the chamber just waiting.
I'm not saying that. They don't. Like I said earlier, they got 15 fucking studios of their own. I know they have more than 4 fucking games. They
you also
can't
gotta
trick
realize
me and make me
too.
think that.
You also
The
got to
third
realize
party-
something too. Sony does not have to put everything out there. They also got
That's true.
Tokyo
They
Game
do.
Show, this show, and that show. Why they don't have to
They-
just save everything for E3? They have
And I
their own
understand that.
phone.
I
Microsoft do
understand that part.
absolutely nothing.
I understand that part.
And we know the games are
But
coming from Sony, so nobody's
if-
worried
if-
about Sony at E3.
but-
Only Microsoft is.
Listen to what I'm saying though. What I'm thinking that's going on, Sony is trying to bait them to see what they got, so they can one up them with what they got at E3, and then they show the rest of it at their other shows because they got what three. They got 2 more shows that they show everything: Tokyo Game Show and PSX, right?
Right.
So if Microsoft surprises us with some heat at this E3, since that's the only place they're going to be, that Phil said he's going to be showing games at, Sony has to wait until their PSX and Tokyo Game Show
I think
to
that,
show anything.
to be honest, after E3, I think they might be stretching themselves thin because they have Paris Games Week and Tokyo Game Show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
May I interject and
What's
say
that?
a little something on this? 'Cause I know y'all was on y'all grind. You know what I'm saying? I was getting my connection right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But it's two things I wanted to talk about too. About what you guys are talking about. The first one about Microsoft and what to expect from them. Y'all talking about what to expect from Phil. Y'all got to realize that it's no longer Phil, it's Booty. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
Booty.
It's like what we got to expect from Booty. You know what I'm saying? Phil is a boss now. Phil, he probably won't even be there. He already announced that it would be a different show. And it might be different because his ass probably going to be sitting somewhere in the Bahamas drinking some lime green pina coladas.
I hate to say
With a
it, but
Ferrari, with a Ferrari and 2
I hate
strippers.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but with a name like Booty, it sounds like going to get shit.
Hey, it might be. I mean, a name like Booty is good or bad. If it was a chick and her name was Booty, I'll be all over the conference. Trust
Oh,
and believe.
God. Dang.
But I seen pictures of dude. It's like, no. You know what I'm saying? So that, and then the PlayStation part, as far as of the 4 games, I think they'll have surprises. They wouldn't announce surprises. They just announced 4 games that we already know about that they're going to go more in depth about. So I
Mhm.
think it's going to be more to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be more to it. It just they just mentioned those games that they're going to talk about in depth. They wouldn't do that to a new game, whether it's a new third-party exclusive or not. I'm pretty sure. I mean, Sony don't got to make more. Sony got so many third-party exclusives coming up that, I mean, it's crazy. Where's Wild at? I mean, we could even see that. They didn't mention that either. There's a whole lot of stuff they could announce and talk about that we'd like, beside the 4 games that they said they was going to show.
Exactly.
Only thing I'm mad with Sony about is where the fuck is my fucking deep down that made me fucking buy the goddamn PS4.
Hey,
That's the only thing I'm mad at Sony about.
No, you can't be mad at them. You got to be mad at Capcom for that, though.
Yeah, that game
you know what I'm saying?
got
That's
No,
Capcom.
I heard but they had been showing stuff on it, but
That game got
They
turned into
stopped.
Monster Hunter World, dog.
no. I heard it got turned into Dragon Dogma Online.
Serious? You think?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That was the last information that I heard about it.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I like Dragon's Dogma though, but still.
Yeah, Dragon Dogma was tight.
All right,
Yeah.
I got a
What's up,
question
man?
since
Oh, my bad.
I got a question
My
for
bad.
you,
What?
King. I had a
Mhm.
question for you, King, since you weren't here for
What's
the
up?
first part. What are your
What's up?
thoughts on State of Decay 2? I wanted to hear. Come on, you're King Thrash. I gotta hear your thoughts. You weren't here, and that's what
Look.
we went through. We switched up subjects a little bit.
I hear you.
But I want to know your thoughts on State of Decay 2. I honestly do. I want
All
you
right.
to tell everybody your thoughts on it.
Yes, ma'am. Look, first of all, I've been live on my channel. I've been on videos, all that shit, saying that I felt like State of Decay would be the best game to come out for Xbox this year. And it's sad because I still stand by that. But that is one of the worst zombie games I haven't seen. No. Let me. It's a AAA game, and people starting to take that back. And I want to slap each and every last one of them cats who say, "Oh, it's an indie." No, nigga, no. Them niggas announced that it was a AAA game, and it needs to stand at that. You need to get on them for lying so much. You can't get on No Man's Sky for lying, but not get on Play Their Games for lying, because they lied up several times about several things with this game. So no, I think it's a disappointment, and there's no reason for a game that ugly to run that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it just
Exactly.
there's no point, no reason for it, my nigga. But I think,
see, that's the
and I
thing.
have a theory. Oh, go ahead.
No, real quick. Were you saying that it should run that bad? Shouldn't it with that it, on a vanilla Xbox, that shit should be able to run as bad as it is.
It should be.
And it doesn't. It doesn't.
It's
You
bad
probably couldn't
development.
run on a 360. And you telling me that a console that they say has the most power in it, it ain't even utilizing 1/100% of that to make this game run.
Look, the way I see it is this: I think Microsoft killed all of their first-party games or all their games exclusively from them that they have their hands in, because they promised native 4K for all those games. Play Their Games ain't one of those studios that's real talented, and it takes a lot of work to get a game to run great in 4K. So they had to. I'm pretty sure they had to focus on getting that game up to 4K just to maintain that promise that Microsoft made. And then
Is it in 4K?
It doesn't even run on a vanilla.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They spent too much time trying to get it to run 4K on the X. They didn't even have time to fucking optimize for the fucking vanilla. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just Microsoft killed themselves. If you ask me, they killed themselves with that, because it's a delicate balance of 4K and frames per second. And if your frames per second is fucked up, no matter how good your 4K is, you ain't gonna be able to see it if your frames per second is stuttering all over the place.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? So hold on, nigga. Let me bite my wing real quick, because I'm doing my shit right now, nigga.
I just think it was another case of the record thing where they like pushed it out a little bit too earlier than expected.
Yeah.
Instead of giving it the proper time and funding that it needed.
Yeah, but
that's
you know what though?
Yeah, that's what I think what happened with State of Decay 2. I think it was supposed to be in development for at least 1 more year.
They had 6 years.
I don't think they started development for State of Decay 2
State of Decay
right
2
after the
originally
first
started as an MMO, but then they scrapped that idea because they was working on a completely different title.
Okay.
But they still had lots of time. It's not like they only had 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they even sometimes things do get scrapped. The development cycles, when you start to scrap things and start to come up with new ideas, certain things don't come out the way it should. State of Decay 2 is missing certain things from State of Decay 1, from my notice. You can't fortify walls. You can't build boards on the windows anymore. There's certain things they took out to put in.
That's DLC, bro.
Microsoft should have given them a bigger budget or something, especially since Undead Lab said they want to work with them exclusively. I don't know why
that's the
they're
problem.
missing this.
See, that's the problem. Microsoft, I ain't gonna blame it on Microsoft. I'm blaming it on the Xbox division, okay? Because Microsoft has so many divisions. You can't blame it on the whole Microsoft umbrella. You got to talk about Xbox. Xbox is the one that division is the one that's messing shit up. They need more studios, and if this company is these developers are willing to work with them exclusively and give them some exclusives, then you know what? Work side by side with them. Don't tell them what to do. Tell them what you need.
Here's the
thing.
Tell
them what you need.
I can't be that guy that's empathetic for Xbox anymore. I'm not empathetic for that piece of shit. I'm gonna just call it the way it is. You can't sit up here and tell me that Sony could put out the original PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 4 Slim, the PlayStation 4 Pro, the goddamn VR, and then support all of these with software while still supporting the Vita, which rest in peace. That shit.
I got it next to me right now, actually.
I'm just like, why are we making up excuses for Microsoft? Why are we saying they needed additional time? How? You weren't working on anything else. Everything that came out was from second party and third party studios from Microsoft. The only first party game is fucking Rare, bruh. Rare is the only first party studio that they own like that.
Yeah, but you know
and
what's
that's not
funny
even
too?
RAM no more.
But you know what they're still working on also? Backwards compat, even with the most powerful console. What the fuck is your problem?
I mean, that's a whole different division entirely, though. So,
Yeah.
It's
Look,
still,
I
no, it's
think
still under the
backwards
Xbox. It's
compat.
still under the Xbox
Only
umbrella.
thing only thing they work on with backwards compat is licensing to get those games put on the Xbox One.
But here's the thing: those are games that are already finished, already made, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
With
So all
PlayStation,
the backwards compat development is paperwork.
with PlayStation, I have so
Yeah.
many goddamn games. I don't have time to go back and play old ass games. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
if I wanted to, I'll just renew my PS now. Call it a day.
Exactly.
I'm just
But
saying.
here's the thing, though. I ain't really got time for that shit either. But what I'm saying is like, if you had new games, you wouldn't be so bothered or worried about old ass games. That's just the simple fact of the matter. Like, I couldn't stop playing like I'm trying to get through half of the fucking game and I keep buying new games. See, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I
That's
need
my
to
problem
stop.
too.
I need
I
to
got
stop.
gamer
buy a new
sickness.
game almost
It's
every week.
gamer sickness, man.
Yeah,
I gotta
It's
stop
gamer
this
sickness.
shit.
I'm about to check the
Like-
PlayStation Store right now. I just got home, guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Gamer
like a
sickness,
crackhead.
nigga. Yeah, nigga. My girl birthday tomorrow, nigga. I just bought Hayrule Warriors with her birthday money, nigga. Crazy, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Gamer sickness. Nigga.
You finna get stopped.
About to get her a card and one Jolly Rancher, nigga, and a hug, nigga. That's her birthday gift.
And you know what's gonna happen? A bitch slap too.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
But like seriously though, like I'm done being empathetic for this company. I'm sorry. I know people want to be considered neutral gamers and all of that shit, and they want to say, hey, I play on everything. But to be honest with you, Microsoft really hasn't given me a reason to continue on with them, and that's the reason why I don't have an Xbox now. That's probably the main reason why I'm not playing State of Decay 2 right now, because I'm not gonna buy it and do the Game Pass thing for PC right now until I figure that they fixed the shit. And the last time I checked, the crossplay between PC and Xbox wasn't working at that time. I'm not sure if they fixed it now.
It ain't. So you might as well just wait on that. And you
Yeah,
got a good
so
minute
see?
before that joint fixed.
Yeah.
See, when I was playing it, I was going
Well,
through
I
so
agree
many-
with you. I don't have no empathy for them. I just try to bring out the facts only because I still have one of what's wrong when I play something. Okay, because people need to know that the consumer has a right to be treated properly.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, and to get what they deserve. We're paying for a game. I don't care. You know what? All right, you're talking about a game that's like $9.99, an indie game. Well, you expect shit from that. Okay. But when you come out and talk about a game that's supposed to be a AAA, which you guys said was a AAA, and it's not, okay, and expect people to pay even $30 for that, you're full of shit.
Yo, I'm wondering
That shit
why
ain't worth
people just
$30.
glazed over that though, Titan. People just glazed over that shit. Let Sony would have said some shit like that. Let them would have called Life of Black Tiger a AAA game.
Oh,
Exactly.
Wasn't that a cell
Lord.
phone?
The State of Decay ain't that. It don't look that damn bad now.
Hey, they got on Sony. They got on Sony. People got on Sony's head for No Man's Sky's price because it was an indie game at $59.
No Man's
It was
Sky's
like, oh,
price.
why is Sony charging? But Sony ain't in charge of what these indie developers fucking price their games. That's up to them. So it's like, I mean, like I said, man, like
Hey,
you
nah,
compared to,
Sean
I compared
was.
to No Man's Sky because they both lied, but No Man's Sky low key
Sean
better than
Murray
fucking
was.
things.
Yeah, but at least I will say one thing. At least with No Man's Sky, people got on their ass for the bullshit that went on with it.
Yeah,
Now,
I mean,
Yeah,
now,
he went in
now
the
the
hiding
Xbox-
for a year too.
Yeah, and now
people
the
still, I
Xbox.
still haven't
said-
bought that game. I buy every
Sony
game.
was quick to
I haven't
like,
bought
we
that.
didn't make the game. That's them.
Yeah, but you
That's
know what?
them.
But you got to realize
Yeah.
that now the Xbox fanboys,
Yeah.
you don't hear them saying shit when they were lied to about State of Decay. You know what they're gonna say? It's the
They try
greatest
to
game
save
ever.
face. Well, that's because them dudes try to
And
save
they're gonna,
face.
and they're still
Yeah.
gonna say it's the greatest game ever. Oh, I don't have that on my cause. I put up some game clips already of the shit that I had. That was wrong. Okay, I felt like there was one point I was in the middle of a goddamn fight, and I felt like I was like, "Where is everybody?" It was like I was teleported somewhere. I'm like, "There's
Yo,
no
I had
there's no
zombies
teleporting in this
popping out
game.
on
What
me
the hell's going on?"
randomly. I went to go kill my first plague heart. I had zombies popping out on me randomly.
See, that's what I'm saying. I mean, and I mean, the motion blur, the frame rate,
The motion blur, the film grain, certain things are
yeah.
just like, what's going
Nigga,
on?
the
Yeah.
ashy elbows. It's like somebody rubbed that ashy elbow over the entire game, bro. Like that shit is
Because
like
me,
just chalked out.
And not
me
only
and
that, the
Persona was playing
lighting.
this together, and we was like going through so much shit at one point. I was just like, damn, bro,
Yeah,
what
that's
happened?
where I heard. That's where I heard most of the glitches
My UI was
and problems are
was
in the
phasing out,
co-op.
bro. My UI began to phase out, and I'm just like, what's going on? Like it just started flashing in and out. I was like, oh, this is not good.
You know what's funny? I didn't play the multiplayer part yet. Okay, I was doing the campaign, and it was one big fat enemy I was coming up upon. Right, and this is how bad the graphics were and how they made. From the side, his skin was the same as his clothes. I thought this fat fuck was naked until I got up close to him. Okay, and I realized no. Then I saw the line. I mean, it was that bad. The sun was. Oh, forget that shit. Forget that shit. We ain't even talk about the sun rays.
This game
there.
is dark as hell. Actually, like I
Is
tried
that
to turn
true?
the
The lighting,
I turned
the lighting.
Yeah, they did say it was dark as shit in the game.
But you know what?
At night.
It's supposed to be going from State of Decay 1 to 2. State of Decay 1 was not as dark as this one. It's like it's antiquated. The darkness that they have, the lighting that they have is like from whenever.
It's like a Rob Zombie film. Like, and those movies are dark as hell, like lighting wise. So
it's just I mean, Jimmy B came on. He was saying that there were other things, like you got 3 more maps. You got like in 2 of the maps you got like 7 stations, and then 8, the other one you got 8. You can fix your car on the road now. That's all fine and dandy. Okay, you can add that in.
There are technical bugs and messes with this game. There are a lot of things you can't look over.
Well, okay. Let's say this. This isn't the best looking game, right?
No.
So, okay, it's cool. It's not the best looking game, but can somebody explain to me why Forza 7 is missing a pit crew?
Seriously?
I don't know, because I'm not playing it, so I wouldn't know.
I didn't buy that.
Forza 7 is missing a pit crew,
bro. Missing.
Yeah, it doesn't have a pit crew. They just make noises, girl, like zip zip.
Wait, it's like the menu pops up and then you select what you're gonna select, and then you go back to the race and there's no actual pit crew. I remember Forza 6 had a pit crew.
There is no pit crew, bro. They fired the pit crew before the game released.
My God.
All right, but I got a question. Just you said you can't. You know what they are? They must be the invisible men, because you still hear the zzz, zzz, when you put on the tires and shit. So there's something there. So maybe it's a spiritual thing. I don't know.
I'm a Horizon fan myself. I don't like the motorsport.
It's the robotic arms doing the work. That's it. Or you got Shorty from Beyond Two Souls of Iron doing the work.
Yeah, that's
nigga.
The pit crew.
No, but that's a game I would consider to be AAA, though, right? Like that seems like a
AAA.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
So at what point did they make the conscientious decision, like, you know what? Fuck a pit crew. Fuck, we need a pit crew.
That's not good. That's not good.
That's dumb.
For a racing sim, that pit crew needs to be in there.
But I only say that to compare and contrast the situation, because I think they said that Forza 7 was built from the ground up for the Xbox One X.
Which is
that's what they said.
So I'm asking, what are the excuses for that? You know what I'm saying? So it's still relative to State of Decay.
Even though they should have put that in there, it's just a pit crew. The rest of the game still functions at its
okay. What about the crowd? Why the crowd look like paper mache cutouts?
No, that's not true. No. They don't look like paper mache cutouts. They look like paper mache cutouts, but somebody with blocks for fingers cut the shit. Like
look like somebody with like a Minecraft
nigga, right? It's like ultra pixelated status, like nigga, like Mario cutouts, nigga, like regular Mario brother cutouts, nigga, like straight up, man. Some Minecraft shit.
And them joints is touch fuzzy, get dizzy. That's what they're looking like.
But I only asked that question in regards to State of Decay 2. If they didn't even do that for their actual AAA game, what the fuck did y'all think they were gonna do with State of Decay 2?
Yeah, the problem is they came out and tried to say that State of Decay was going to be a AAA game. So
They didn't
that was
try to
The
say
crazy
it.
thing is,
They
6 was
definitely did
actually
say
all
it.
right, but you know what I'm
6
saying.
actually looked
They
good.
said it was going to be a AAA game, so you would expect more. You wouldn't expect. I mean, yeah, you added 2 more maps. Okay, fine. You added you could patch your car up. Fine. Okay. You took out you boarding your windows up. Well, then how do you stay safe? Okay. Um, I mean, they took out dumb shit. They may have added some good shit, but they didn't enhance the game in my perspective the way they should have. Okay. I mean, I felt like I felt like it was deja vu when I was playing this game. I played it, for like over 5 hours, and I felt like I was doing the same shit over and over again that I did in State of Decay 1.
I mean,
Okay,
And
so
it was
I have a question for you then, Titanfall.
okay.
Um, does it have microtransactions in it?
no.
I don't know. I didn't get
No
that far. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
They said it wasn't gonna have nothing in it. That means they're gonna have some next year.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah, they'll
might
add
have
it next
D-
year,
they
but
gonna
that's
do
a patch.
DLC
Well,
probably.
that's a
I mean, why?
patch.
Look how bad it's sold. They're about to raise the price of Games Pass already because it's just not they putting their AAA games on there or they quote unquote AAA games
Whoa,
on there for
They
free
gave
Trash.
isn't helping itself.
Trash. I hate
What's
to
up?
cut you off, bruh.
Mhm.
But tell me why
Mhm.
Ori, Cuphead, and Forza 7 is not on Game Pass, bruh.
But they ain't trying to have that.
They
They
took
ain't
it
trying-
off.
They not putting
Oh no, they
none of
never
their
had
good
it.
games.
They never had it.
They not putting none
They
of their
only, yeah,
good
they only put their
games.
garbage. Only
They
their
put-
gibbous.
Exactly.
Because they know Ori and Cuphead are their best sellers. They know that, so they not trying to have that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like I try to
That's
tell
why
people.
even Sea of Thieves was supposed to be a AAA game. Supposedly, that was on Game Pass day one.
The only thing
They
AAA
won.
on CFD is the water.
That's the only thing
That
that was
shit not even
AAA was the
AAA.
water.
It's not AAA to me
Nah,
because you can't even
the water was
fish in it.
nice. The water was nice.
The water.
No, the water look
was
nice. Look
Yeah.
pretty, but then when you go inside the water and look under it, you see no cracking bodies. That shit ain't 4K to me. I mean, that shit
Yeah,
ain't
I've never
nigga
had that even trigger.
AAA to me.
So I've never even had the Kraken trigger when I was playing it. So
I don't know. I don't know. It seemed like every game Microsoft got, they cut something or they half-assed something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fucking Halo story was half-assed. Gears story was half-assed.
Oh,
Fucking
that was
Quantum
terrible.
Break in its entirety was half.
Yes.
no, you want to talk
See,
about how
somebody
fast
finally,
Recore.
somebody finally agrees with me when it comes to that stupid fucking game. Ain't nobody have said that game was half-assed before.
The thing is, Microsoft, they need talent. Even the coalition, they make some good games. But I'm gonna be honest, the campaign for Gears 4 was overwhelming.
They should
It's
have talked to Remedy way beforehand when they had this TV show idea because Remedy could have came out better than that. Alan Wake was a masterpiece, and I still stand by what Remedy can do. But Quantum Break was not a visual showing of that talent.
No, it wasn't. I mean, you know what that shit was about, though, right? They was trying to make an actual TV show out of that shit with their little TV incentive they had.
That
You know what I'm
was
saying?
corny.
That was just like the Halo TV show was supposed to happen. Like they canceled all those studios that were supposed to make TV shows for Xbox. They just wanted another reason to throw ads in your face. It's hard to throw ads in your face when you playing the game. You can't just stop a game and throw an ad in somebody's face.
Yeah,
but if you got your own TV show, then you can get ad revenue by throwing ads in people's face.
Yeah, if you want to do something
true.
like that, then get a deal with Netflix or something. Get a deal with Hulu. Do something on that.
No, but they don't want to do that. They want to be Netflix. They want to be that medium. They want the Xbox to be that medium. That way, all these people will pay them. I'm telling you, it's the Holy Grail. I have to mention that shit again. The Holy Grail. That shit is real, nigga, and not the Indiana Jones Cup, nigga.
You know what? You know what? Somebody said it right. I'm not sure which one of you guys just said it. When it came to, I call it Quantum Broke. I don't call him Quantum Break. Quantum Broke. I mean, they tried to make a show into a video game, okay, and you had more cutscenes than you had gameplay. That's just, that was the
That's
biggest
the whole part about it. Yeah,
and that was corny.
and it was boring though.
It was.
They needed me up in there, nigga. They needed me up in that motherfucker, nigga, doing a cabbage patch or
if you
something.
want
Just
to
every now and again.
do that medium, the best way to go about it was the way A Way Out did it. A Way Out was a movie that turned into a game, but they successfully turned it into a game, actually.
But Shane allowed to say it's a phenomenon. So That's what she said.
As a true fan of Remedy, that is not a phenomenon. That is.
That's what it is. That's what Shannon also said, that Recall and Quantum Break are a phenomenon. It's just like
okay.
I just don't understand.
That's what I put up.
Who said that? Wait, what?
Go ahead, Thresh.
Who said? I'm sorry, but no, I just
go ahead. No,
wait,
go ahead.
Somebody said what games were phenomenons? What's the fun? What? Who was a phenomenon?
Shannon Lobster. You know Shannon Lobster, who worked with Microsoft. She said that Recore and Quantum Break are phenomenon.
Oh, hold on. Let me dip my motherfucking wing into this ranch real quick on this. Cause like, hold on, you telling me that this bitch said they some phenomenons?
Yeah. You know why? Well, because it took almost nothing to make. It was phenomenal how that happened, bro.
And then you got the same studio.
They trying to sell this shit on Buzzword.
That's a dumb fucking statement because I mean I put up so much shit about Quantum Broke that wasn't funny. I mean, some areas, you know, and I said this way back when you guys had brought it up. That's the only reason why I'm going to say it again because I haven't said it in a long time. But I had pictures that I had put up online where the characters looked like they had Lego hats on. Okay, it looked like a Lego hair hat on their goddamn head. All right, come on now, Lego hair. Come on. You calling that a phenomenon?
I just still don't get why 343, who has almost 400 people in that studio, why they only making one game? Why they cannot make?
I could tell you, I can answer that easy. That's just simple. It's simply because Microsoft doesn't want to take any chances. They don't want to take any risks.
Doesn't want to take any risk.
They think Halo is on the level of Zelda and Mario to where you can keep making them and people will keep buying them. But no, it's not like that. It's a shooter game. It's a game that you have online multiplayer shooting in. You don't have if you don't focus on the story, you're not going to have people wanting to come back to a game that you just got a mediocre duty on. You know what I'm saying?
Trash. The thing is, right? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, that the gears in Halo, they are not the same like they were back last gen. They're not that impactful because you got so many multiplats like Destiny, freaking Rainbow Six Siege, you got a Division, you got so many multiplats like not that much like last gen, but there's so many this gen that Halo and Gears are not like impactful like that like last gen. That's the problem, and people don't understand that. They're not.
It's a lot. It's a lot to those two games though. They're not the same makers. Bungie and Epic left, and with them leaving, a developer left their baby behind.
But we
now you got somebody else taking care of their baby
from Bungie too, also. So we can.
Yeah. Well, Bungie got fucked up.
They still have most of the same crew. From
they do.
Those developers on those games.
They do, but they still don't got that passion though. I mean, they don't got that whole crew there. You don't got Cliff Blazinski. There we go.
And I'm surprised
you don't got that nigga there. You don't got
343 trying to get Mario
Clippy B. Yeah, that's why the people don't say his last name. That nigga last name is horrible.
I'm surprised that 343 didn't try to reach out and get Mario Donald back once he left Bungie.
I'm surprised at that too.
It's crazy that they don't do half that shit that they should. You know, we as consumers and gamers think of this quicker than people who are actually in the business doing the shit do. And that's sad. That's it, which means you ain't got the right people running shit.
Exactly. And the thing is, again, Microsoft don't take no risk because look, Sony banned when they pitched that idea to Sony that about Days Gone, they said, all right, go ahead, go for it. Let's see what you can do. You see that they give them freedom. They take risks. You know what I mean? They have faith that they will do a great job.
Coalition,
not doing that. They're not doing that, man. They don't want to take risks.
They want to run everything, but don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They want to monetize everything into a business. You can't do that with art. You can't take an artist and make them force them to do shit. You can't.
They made Coalition scrap Shanghai's beforehand, so there's no telling what could have been.
Why do you think a lot of people didn't want to deal with Microsoft? I don't think it's that Microsoft got away from them. They got away from Microsoft because Microsoft, like you said, these people are artists. They like Sony will let them give them free reign. Say, go ahead, just bring us something back good, okay? But Microsoft won't do that. Like you said, they won't take the risk. You can't tell an artist how to paint. You can't tell a painter how to paint.
Let me just,
you can't.
Microsoft want to tell Da Vinci how he did his shit. Come on, you
yeah.
can't do that.
Nah, I'm an artist myself. Like literally, I'm an artist. You can Google me. I'm so famous, nigga. But my best work has come from. That's real shit too, nigga. Google King Thrash, nigga. You see that shit come up. But
no, it's just the way you say it.
I know. But my best work, no bullshit. Like my work that I sold for $5,000, $9,000 here, if not 5,000 there, was work that I was able to do with the freedom of what I wanted to do. But when somebody asks me to do some work, you know what I'm saying? They ask me, okay, I want this and do it like this and with that, I'll do it and I'll make it look tight. But it won't be my best work. I won't even feel like it's my best work. They might like it because that's what they wanted, but they won't. It won't have that same kind of passion or oomph behind it.
It won't have that.
If you had that freedom, you know what I'm saying? They could have gave me a concept and let me go ahead and do it, and I could have made a better one. But they wanted it in their way, and so I lost that freedom. That's the same thing with Microsoft and gaming. They like put multiplayer in this. Nigga, make this bitch have less titties because we don't like titty physics in our game. Like they would do this, you know, like
But see, King, I get what you're saying because they didn't let the King Thrash put his bash behind that shit. So of course you're going to feel that way because you didn't have that your artistic creation come out. They wouldn't let it.
Right. No, yeah. It wouldn't. Once that happens, it's not gonna be as good as it would be if you gave them that freedom.
They may think it because it's what they wanted.
What they want, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with Microsoft. Yeah.
It's not what you could have done.
Microsoft only wants to make money. They want to make money off of this. So they're not really thinking about what the gamer's gonna think or how the gamer's gonna feel. They implement this and still make it fun. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to implement forcing you to buy microtransactions to keep your game going or implement making you want to play longer. That's the new thing right now. They want people to play games longer. And in doing so, what they making the developers, it's across the board, straight up. That's not just Microsoft, everybody, Sony included, that they're trying to get you to do that shit, but it's taken away from the content. That's the only way you can make people play longer is if they're waiting for content. So they just playing with their friends, having fun, and then next thing you know, some new content come out. Okay, let me pay for this, and we can play longer. That's what they want. They want their subscriptions to last longer.
But see, I'm tired of paying for extra content.
It used to be, though.
But I'm tired.
I wish it was how it used to be, and extend the story of that game instead of here's some maps, play longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you see the new thing they do. Oh, go ahead.
I'm tired of paying. I don't want to. No, it's all right. I don't want to pay. If I pay $60 for a game, I don't care what console it's on. I don't feel that I should just get one small portion. I play for 4 hours, the game's over, and then you want $10 here, $20 here, $19.99 here, this, that, and here, all over the place to get more in the game. I just paid you $60 fucking dollars. By the time the game is over, you're paying over $200 for the game. No. Come on, those games are not worth that much money.
Yeah, but you see what they're doing now. They're starting to not charge for maps no more. I think Battlefield, all of them are going to be free. I think Call of Duty, their maps are going to be free now. But it's all to make you play longer. So you can fucking try to build your way up with their microtransactions. Yeah.
Okay. Since you mentioned the maps and all that, we're going to move into our next subject because you just brought up something that I think we should discuss. Okay. Which is Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Trash.
Okay. Listen, I'm going to share my opinion.
When have I started?
All right. I'm going to share my opinion about this game because there are a large number of people who are damage controlling for it. One thing I don't like about Call of Duty is this game releases every year. So when you release a series every year, the one thing you can do is come up with different ideas. And that doesn't always translate to quality. Okay. It doesn't in any game. Okay. The same thing goes for Madden, WWE 2K, in all those annuals. Okay. At best, they seem like DLCs to me. All right. Now, I'm not sure if Black Ops 4 is having a campaign or not.
It's not.
but I heard it wasn't.
It doesn't.
But it was said it won't have a traditional campaign, whatever the fuck that means.
It doesn't have a traditional campaign, but it follows in the footsteps of Rainbow Six, where it has campaign missions for all the specialists.
Okay, and
It
all
does.
it will be, but what I'm saying is, and it will be a $60 game. Okay, I'm not sure if even if it had $30. You know what? Let me rephrase that. I'm sure it will have a $30 season pass and all, and all these guns for sale separately. I bet you that's what's going to happen.
Right.
Okay. I will not be. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to be supporting this game. And I really had enough of these companies screwing over the consumer.
Hold on.
And I'm a consumer at the end of the day.
Hold on. Because there are
I wasn't done, but go ahead.
There are games that have been releasing for $60 without campaigns, and people have paid for them purposely. Star Wars Battlefront, Overwatch, and these games have been highly popular. Destiny.
Yeah, well, there are certain games, but I'm talking about COD. Okay, they always had a campaign.
And COD.
That's the cool part about it. Yeah, you got to understand that they're taking away from COD. You know what I'm saying? Like
the numbers,
like those games are made that way, but not COD.
Okay, but here's my thing though. They have the nerve to put in battle royale mode in this game as if that's going to change anything about the gameplay.
I'm curious to see how they're going to do that battle royale part, because they do their online peer to peer. So I don't know.
You're fading out a little bit.
Yeah, they need to do dedicated servers. They're going to do this battle royale mode because they're peer to peer connections.
That might be something that they have to do.
At the very least, I hope this game actually does come out with a campaign, because the people at COD don't have the decency to even price these games according to what they're giving the consumer. So now I'm going to open it up. What are your thoughts about what I just said? I mean, I think the price range for what they're doing after all the CODs we had with campaigns and everything in it, to keep it at the same price and do a battle royale, which probably won't even work because they probably won't have the support to do it properly. What are your thoughts? And still charge the same price.
Let me get it because
go ahead.
I was doing some research, and a lot of these people that say that they play the CODs for the story, the numbers are showing different. People don't beat these campaigns, or they start the campaign and don't finish it off.
Why
96% of people did not.
Demi, I gotta ask you a question with that. I'm gonna let you finish though, but I gotta ask you a question.
96% of people did not play the Black Ops 3 campaign.
Now, what does that mean in the scheme of things, though? What does that mean? What does that mean in the scheme of things?
That people are not playing. People are not playing these campaigns.
That sounds like a Call of Duty's fault, though, not a gamer's fault. I mean, make your shit more interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people play God of War single player? It's like it's there. You just got to be able to put that work in.
I mean, yeah, obviously you got to put that work in, but that's kind of bad to skip over that story.
Tell me this, Demi. If you don't think that Treyarch fucked up, because from what I'm hearing, it seems like you're pretty much riding with what they're doing based on the analytics that they put out.
I'm very disappointed in them.
No. I'm saying based on the analytics, it sounds like you more or less agree with their decision. But here's the thing, though. Why is it that they're advertising now that in Modern Warfare 4 is going to be the next entry into the series? And why are they saying that will have a story? Why are they making a point to tell people that will have a story?
Because they fucked up and they know that they should have had a story with this to begin with.
Oh, okay. Well, we on the same page. Continue.
Don't get me wrong. I am very disappointed in this. I disagree with this heavily. They shouldn't have made this choice like this.
Yeah, a nigga like me, I get disappointed when they take away what they used to have. Instead of enhancing it and making it better, you don't just cut it away and then still charge the same price. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my main thing. I mean,
have they came out and said that it was going to be 60?
We know.
No, they haven't. But if they don't charge 60, they're dumb. Because too many casual motherfuckers who don't give 2 fucks about to even check. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna save them money regardless, but the people who do care should.
They're following the same trends of what people will buy in. People bought Overwatch. People bought Star Wars Battlefront. People are gonna be buying this. Did Battlefield 1 come with a campaign?
Battlefield 1?
Yeah.
Battlefront 1 did, but they got ridiculed, and that's why they was forced to make one for Part 2, but then they fucked that up with loot boxes.
No, I mean, did Battlefield 1? Like, did Battlefield 1 come with a campaign?
Yeah.
Oh no, it did, but it didn't. I was pissed off at it too because I love Battlefield's campaign.
Yeah,
They split it up into like stories and shit.
Yeah, that's
like,
kind of been the
bit
common
there.
Yeah,
trend
it
with
was
shooters.
it was
They'll
like
give you
six
side missions.
different short stories. You played
Yeah.
as 6 different protagonists.
And I'm a Battlefield nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up.
I
Nigga, I
actually
wish
liked
my
that
girl.
story though.
Yeah, it was. I mean, them bald headed Russian chicks was kind of low key cute for bald headed bitches.
No, but how I feel about this Call of Duty it's like a Black Ops 3.5. That's how I feel. It's just there's too many similarity things for Black Ops 3, like the classes and all that stuff. And I didn't like that. Like, one thing I'm afraid of is the battle royale. Like I don't want them to put a bunch of like loot boxes and stuff like that. Like I don't want them to do that. I don't want Call of Duty trying to make a lot of money from us and stuff like that.
Oh,
and I'm kind of disappointed about the campaign. I do play the campaign on all the Call of Duties, and it's a disappointment. But we'll see. I'm still. We'll see. I'm skeptical if I'm going to get it or not. Like, cause I'm a Call of Duty fan, but I really know I don't want to feel that I'm playing like a half a game. Like I said, like Call of Duty 3.5 because they didn't change too much. Just only the guns.
I will say this:
it'll be a Call of Duty 1.1 if they keep doing that shit. I mean, honestly, I play when I buy games and they have campaign. I do like the campaign. I like to know what the story's about. I like to find out what's going on. I do play the multiplayer part as well, but I like the campaign part. And taking that out of Call of Duty, you know, for people like me, it's fucked up. But yet you want me to still support you.
I'm curious. Did 3? I don't remember if Black Ops 3 had loot boxes.
They did.
It did.
I know it had some microtransactions, but I don't remember loot boxes. It had loot boxes?
Yeah,
loot boxes.
Bro, you cut out.
Yeah, loot boxes from Black Ops 3 to Modern Warfare Remastered were there. Even in World War II, I think they're kind of there.
Hey, Thrash, you cut out, bro.
Thrash, where'd you go?
Me and Sick on the same page. We're there. I just don't agree with it.
Yeah.
But it's other games have been getting like sidelined that's done this and they haven't gotten the same energy for it.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing, right? And this is just my take on this whole scenario, right? I don't care about the multiplayer at all whatsoever. I do like zombies and I do like the campaign. I have the platinum in every Call of Duty besides World War II, just because I haven't had the time to play it. But the campaign means a lot more to me than multiplayer, but I'm not gonna sit up here and play like the multiplayer doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Most people who play multiplayer only, they're playing like the campaign does not matter because it doesn't matter to them. See, that's the problem. You only care. You don't care about it because you don't play the campaign. Not saying anybody in here per se, but I'm just saying the people who are defending the multiplayer or defending the game being multiplayer only. Me personally,
I need the campaign first before anything.
I don't want anything to be missing. I don't want the multiplayer to be missing. I don't want the zombies to be missing. I don't want the campaign to be missing, even though I will probably never play the multiplayer. But for those that do play it, it should always be there.
See, that's what makes you a true gamer, and that's what I've been saying about even me. Even if I don't play that portion of it, you need all those aspects in a game so you cover everybody as a consumer and what their preference is. I mean, there are some people who play both. Say that again?
Oh, my bad. I'll talk later. Don't worry.
No, go ahead.
I'm not by my Wi-Fi, so my shit might break up, but that was the point, though. That was the point, though. You can't sit there and make a fan base of something, and just because it doesn't make as much money as your multiplayer, that you just cut that shit off. Nah, people buy your shit for that shit and multiplayer too. You know what I'm saying? So you just taking away. To me, it's just taking away from gamers. It's not even being lazy; it's being greedy. You just want to cut production time You know what I'm saying? Not just cut people's paychecks just so you can make more money with the multiplayer.
Basically.
But you don't realize that you're going to lose money in the same token because you're not paying attention to those people who actually do play campaign.
Oh no, those casuals are gonna buy it regardless.
Regardless.
Oh, and it's probably going to make more money for Activision than ever before.
Yeah, and Battle Royale coming too. And then you know
I'm curious to see how they're going to do
are you going to have dedicated servers for that Battle Royale? That's the question. Are you going to have dedicated servers for that?
We'll see. That's what we're going to see.
I am curious about that Battle Royale part because the way they talking,
they're going to be following the Fortnite style.
The way they talking, this Battle Royale might kill all Battle Royale.
I don't know about that. Fortnite is too much of a juggernaut right now.
I don't know, dude. All the motherfuckers that's on Fortnite are Call of Duty heads.
Low key.
They can be Call of Duty heads all they want. Don't mean that shit gonna happen.
No. If this Call of Duty delivers on this Battle Royale, the way they speaking it and how they merging all these favorite maps from the Black Ops series to form this one huge map. This shit might be huge. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, they didn't even make no new map. They didn't even make a new map. They just use old shit. God.
From what he's saying, they're taking everybody's favorite maps from.
Yeah, but I gotta say something. Some of those favorite maps are those maps are shit. Okay, because some of those maps are just where they can fucking just hide and do all that dumb shit and
not how they changed the way you heal now, because you got to do it on your own. So if you
so nobody can revive you?
No, well, I mean you got certain specialists that can heal you and not be next to you, not be right next to you. But you have you can heal yourself and shoot on the fly too.
It's almost like they're turning this shit into Destiny, bro.
I was just gonna say something on that, man. I was just gonna say, since when did Call of Duty stop being the game everybody copied to being the game that copies everybody?
Yeah, that's true.
Good point. Good point.
Crazy.
Good point.
Everybody wanted to be Call of Duty.
They've been copying stuff since Infinite Warfare, man.
Yeah,
they've been taking ideas for a minute now, man.
And you know, I brought that up too, because you remember when Titanfall 1 came out, right? And how everybody was hyped for that.
Mm-hmm.
And because Call of Duty they flooded that fucking wall running space mountain fucking shit. And everybody got tired of the wall running when Titanfall 2 came out. And Titanfall 2 is a fucking masterpiece compared to the first one.
Yeah, it is.
So what I'm thinking they doing now is the same thing with this fucking Battle Royale shit, and everybody hyped for Battle Royale mode. They got 3 games. Each company has 2 years in between each other to develop their game and flood the fucking market of Battle Royale mode.
Into this Battle Royale trend, trust me.
Yeah.
Once Battlefield made their announcement, it's going to be a Battle Royale edition.
Yeah, and if they deliver on this, all the rest of them are going to be done.
Here's the crazy part.
No matter if Fortnite is free or not.
Battlefield already announced that not only are they doing all of this shit, they're doing the Battle Royale crap, they're doing all of the modes, they're still going to have their single player as well.
But Battlefield multiplayer is basically Battle Royale. You just don't fucking jump in and find weapons.
Mm-hmm.
It's been that way. So they've been the first ones kind of already on it.
Yeah, but the one thing you missed the key point. They still have their campaign mode.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that.
They can do that, but if they can do it, why can't you do it here?
I don't know why they took the campaign out, because I like it. I like all the Call of Duties. I like all the Call of Duties fucking campaigns. I play the campaigns first, all the way through in every Call of Duty before I even jump into the fucking multiplayer, just so I can get used to the mechanics of that game. Yeah.
Here's
Just
how
like
you
That's
do it.
exactly
with
what I
for
use
that
it for.
game.
Exactly. See, that's my point. That's a good way to learn the mechanics of a game by playing the
Yeah.
campaign. But it's also you got to it's learning that, but you also got a story behind what's going on. Instead of
Yeah.
just being on the field and just fighting people and don't have no damn story to back it up and why it's happening.
No, each specialist
You
does
gotta-
have some type of side mission, like the way Rainbow Six and Battlefield 1 did it. So they're going to explain to you why they became this way. It's a
I think
goofy way
most-
of doing it.
Yeah, but I don't want to hear it. I want to play it.
I think their campaign mode is mostly with the zombies now, because even though it's not a traditional story in as a traditional campaign in the zombies mode, I think they're focusing all their writing on that zombies part instead of just putting out a
Zombies is
campaign.
trash anyway,
Okay,
man.
you know what? That's fine. But my thing is, if you ain't got no campaign, don't charge me $60 for your game. Sorry,
But I see why they did it though, because
I don't.
I see
Wait,
why they did it,
wait,
because
you just-
from a business
No, you-
standpoint, that would make sense for them to do it. But as a gamer, that shit is fucked up, because I
but
play
you
that,
got,
and
but you
I
got
still want that.
Battlefield that is putting a battle royale in there, like you just said, with the campaign as well and online. So
Yeah.
why can't they do the same shit? I mean, that I will pay $60 for. Without a
I think they
campaign,
just-
and you
they-
take you
they-
sw- you taking you're taking my campaign away and you give me battle royale. I don't want that shit.
I think
I
they
mean,
just.
I
they
may
just-
play it,
they
but I
just
want the
tired of it.
campaign.
And
I don't-
think
they
they're-
don't charge
I
me
think they're
$60.
gonna- I think they're
Charge
gonna
me 20.
kill. I think they're gonna kill that Black Ops series and start a new series. I think that's probably why they're doing it too.
I don't think so. I think they just testing the waters. I think
Yeah.
they're trying to see what people's reactions are going to
Plus
be to
Black
not
Ops.
having a campaign.
Yeah, Black Ops is their biggest
Well, they
selling
lost.
campaign.
They
Well,
lost
their
my
biggest selling
support without
title.
a campaign. They lost my support without a
I don't
campaign.
know, man. I don't know, man.
So
'Cause their campaign was fucking beast mode.
It was, especially the co-op campaign that they had in Black Ops 3. A lot of people said that they didn't like it, but I actually loved that campaign.
I think
The
Black
campaign
Ops 3's
Yeah.
writing was doo-doo water, but that's
yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, but actually going through the
that's a
campaign
new one.
is
Do the
lit.
water.
And Black
Oh,
Ops
no, it
1
is
and
what
2,
it
their
is.
campaigns were already they were always fire.
yeah,
too,
those are
man.
the phenomenal ones. 3 was some doo-doo water, but
I'm a
All
Battlefield
right,
guy.
where'd
at
you
the
come
end
up
of
with
the
that
day.
new one?
And
Where'd
it
you come up with that
sucks
new
because
phrase? Do the water.
it sucks because Treyarch is the best Call of Duty makers, and they're killing the fucking campaign. That's the fucking crappy part about it.
And then
Exactly.
They make the
try to
best
blame
one
it
out
on-
of the series.
They try to blame it on Red Dead Redemption. I'm like, bro, what? What are you talking about? Like,
That would only gave them what, 1 extra month of development time.
no, but
They
it
would've came out
comes
of nowhere.
out
I think-
October 26th. This Call of Duty usually drops in what, November 7th or
November
November
4th,
11th?
November 5th, something like
Yeah.
that.
What they don't realize, and I keep trying to tell people this, is that Red Dead Redemption is not going to have the same impact as GTA 5. It's not.
Yeah, it's gonna sell, but it's not gonna be GTA 5.
Hell no. Hell no.
They can hang that up.
See,
Everybody don't like to be a cowboy.
See, that's why I do shows like this, because we bring out a lot of stuff to give the consumer an idea of where we're coming from and to make them be more conscious when they buy shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't get yourself screwed over on anything.
I need to make a Japanese PSN because I need to do something.
All right, we're going to move on to the next topic, okay? Which is the last one I have. So if anybody has anything, you can bring it up after this, okay? Which is a quote that I heard. PlayStation 4 end of life cycle. Why would they say that? First of all,
Because it is.
So they, no,
well,
I don't think
you know what I think?
it is.
You know what I think it is? I think it's because the PlayStation 5 is in development, okay? But
Yeah.
I don't think that they will stop supporting PS4. You know, it's just like when they didn't stop supporting with even exclusive the PS3 when the PS4 came out. Okay, they didn't do that. I don't think they're going to stop doing it. I think it's in development. You know, maybe PS3 may get a little less shit going on, but you know, and I think the PSVR may get more, still get their shit and stuff like that. But I don't think that I don't think they're going to stop supporting the PS4. But I also don't think that the PS5 is going to come out for at least 2 years from now.
Did you
so
see
I
the
think
other
it's which other quote?
It was they're going to be supporting the PS4 and PSN until 2021.
No, I didn't see that one. But see, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to stop. So people need to watch what they quote and what they say. I think it's going to be at least another 2 years before the PS5 comes out. Okay.
I think it's going to be an announcement in 2 years. I don't think it's going to come out.
I think they have 2 years.
This one?
Can I take this one? Take it. Go ahead.
All right,
go ahead. Go for it.
I actually want to put on my tinfoil hat for.
Are we thinking the same thing here, Sick?
I want to put my tinfoil hat.
Are we thinking the same thing here, bro?
Probably. I think they really trying to bring Microsoft out of the woodworks, man. I think they're purposely. I think they're purposely putting out, because look at the bullshit that we've seen over the last maybe 24 hours that came from that particular place. First of all, are they at the end of the PS4 life cycle? Absolutely. Absolutely. They've already put out patents and shit. They're working with the Ryzen technology for the PS. What else is they working on the Ryzen technology for? I mean, it's definitely for the PS5. But this is the thing, right? I think they want Microsoft to think that they're through. They want them to think that this is the end. Look at what they said about E3. When has Sony ever came out and said, hey, this is all we have? This is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying earlier. They're trying to bait Microsoft so they can jump the gun.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And capitalize on it.
Now,
you know what? I think you're wrong on that.
Why do you think I'm wrong?
I think you're wrong on the bait. I don't think they're going to bait Microsoft. I think they're baiting Nintendo. That's the only competition they got right now.
Nintendo just came out with Nintendo just came out with a system. Why would they try to bait Nintendo
is almost at 20 million in a year. That is their biggest competition right now.
I don't think.
And also
think about it.
I don't think that. I don't.
And also,
I see where you're coming from.
In 5 years, 30 million. 1 year, 20 million. Who is your competition? I'm just thinking about. I'm thinking about it in business wise. In the business way, I wouldn't be worried about Microsoft because they have already peaked and declined. Nintendo is still rising right now.
Peaked and declined.
Yeah, but
and declined. I'm not cool. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from, and I understand your point. But Microsoft, hardware-wise, is the next best thing to compete with them with.
Not true. I'm looking at State of Decay right now, and I see no titty physics.
No, I said hardware.
He said I see no titty.
The hardware is nice.
The developers.
The hardware is nice.
No. Not what the developers put on there, because we don't even know how fucking the next Gears, the next Halo, and the next whatever fucking shit they're gonna come out gonna look like on that hardware. And with their games, they pretty much give you the money shot.
Is Gears and Halo coming out this year?
No.
Not Halo.
You know what might come out this year? You know what might come out this year?
But Gears is
Pokemon on top of Smash Brothers, bro. I mean, see what the competition is. Pokemon and Smash Brothers. I don't like Pokemon. Fuck Pikachu. Fuck Pikachu. Fuck Charizard. But I know what they bring to the table, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of people flocking to the Switch.
Pokemon sells a lot.
Halo and Gears been in decline, my nigga. Halo, this is the worst selling canon Halo out of all Halos. You know what I'm saying?
Titanfall.
The worst selling gears. Titanfall. You know how Google Hangouts be tripping out. She be back.
All right.
No, but let me tell you something though.
Go ahead.
Can I say something? I do agree with Trash. The Switch is the real competition for the PlayStation because Sony's not liking the Switch is saying like hotcakes in Japan. They're not liking that. PlayStation is seeing that and they're like, no, whoa, we gotta do something here. Hold up, like that's not good. 20 million in 1 year, and then you got Pokemon, Smash.
The only way compete with the only way. If that's the case, right? If that's the case, right? The only way Sony would be able to fucking compete with the Switch, because we all know in Japan, Japanese people love their fucking mobile devices. So the only way Sony is going to compete with Nintendo on that mobile aspect, unless they come out with a PlayStation 5 and it's mobile.
You're right. You're right about
also
that.
Forgetting something, Nintendo.
I mean, the DS been killing Sony over there for how many years?
Nintendo's also been scooping up them third-party JRPGs from Sony too.
Exactly. God. That's what also they're taking games from PlayStation, taking the exclusive that PlayStation gets, and Switch is getting that. And you think PlayStation is not seeing that? They're like, whoa,
But
like
they have a mobile device.
Yeah, you're right. They got a mobile device, but again, Sony.
I mean, so third party is gonna put that because it's a fast selling device and it's mobile.
And you're right, but that's what I'm saying. Sony
right now.
Yeah, exactly. And Sony's seeing that, and they're not liking that. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
If they didn't like that, they would have kept. They'll keep supporting the fucking Vita, man.
No, because with the Vita, they knew that after what happened with the Chabaco, you know, the memory and all that crap, and you know, it was a great handheld. Don't get me wrong, but Nintendo had that handheld market on lock. That's the problem. But PlayStation cannot go against that.
Why are they competing with them?
No, well, the thing is different between the Switch. The Switch is a handheld and a heartbreak. That's the thing.
I got a theory, man. I got a theory.
What was that?
I got a theory. My tinfoil hat is on too. So
put it on. Go ahead. What you got?
No, we saw. But with Sony making this announcement about the deeper dive at E3, and they already have everything lined out for 2019, plus a little bit more that they're going to show at E3. I got this feeling that 2019 is their last year for PlayStation, like coming out the heavy hitters, and then they're going to be winding down into 2020, and that's what we'll see probably around 2020 now for PS5.
I disagree.
Well, I don't think they'll be. Listen, I disagree to a point. I do believe 2020 is going to be when we may see the PlayStation 5, but I still don't think they'll be winding down PlayStation 4 at all. And I don't even think they'll do that to PlayStation 3 to an extent. The Vita, the Vita, I don't think they're not really pushing that shit right now. They're not really working on that. I don't think that's their focus at all. PSVR, yes,
they're killing the Vita. They made some announcement that
they coming out. They're making a part 2 of the VR. They're making a part 2 of the VR, and no, it will not be wireless. It won't. It can't be. It's impossible. But it will. They're gonna work. They're working on it.
It's not impossible because I think it's either HTC Vive or the Oculus already has a wireless headset.
Do you really want to have a wireless VR with a battery pack on the side of your head?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. But it would not be. It's not a good move to make it wireless.
I have the question. It depends. How many batteries do I got to hold on the side?
It's rechargeable. No, it's rechargeable.
No, it's rechargeable.
Look, think about it like this. VR makes you sick.
It's not even big. It don't make me
VR
sick.
can make people sick. Imagine if VR had lag to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you turn your head and then the camera turns its head like a half a second later. You're gonna feel that shit. You gotta understand.
Yeah, so folks are gonna need that cable for that.
Yeah, you gonna need a cable to have that.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
You ever use Bluetooth? You ever use Bluetooth and call yourself on the phone?
That is
No.
awful.
Delay is crazy. If you hear
Delay
how,
is crazy as
Yeah.
fuck.
yeah.
So it's just
Can I ask
wireless
you a
is nice.
question?
This
Why
sounds
would
nice,
you
but
call
I don't think
yourself?
No, but I'm
Huh?
saying
Yeah.
what I
No,
mean is
sometimes
calling
when you do
another
that, you test
another
out.
You must
phone in the
was
house.
bored that day.
You test out your Bluetooth when you do that.
All I
So-
know is Nintendo Switch is gonna win the generation. Nah, I'm just playing.
Nintendo,
All I know is that
No, you know what? I don't think they'll win, but I think they're gonna come in second.
They're
Well,
definitely
now-
gonna
no,
win.
for sure,
The only
for
way
sure. I think by the end of the
I
year.
can see that. The only way I can see that is unless they start getting most of these major third party games.
Listen,
Nintendo's gonna win it
Then
through.
I can see that.
I keep
the truth
hearing
is
you
that.
out
talking
Y'all
about
act
E3?
like third party.
You talking about E3 or the
Third party?
generation?
Generation, he's talking
No.
about. He's generation.
Yeah, the only way I
I
can see
said
them
the
winning
generation, but I was fucking around. But they'll surpass Microsoft no matter what.
They're
Third party
definitely
is
gonna
not it never has and never will carry. Remember, the Wii destroyed the PS3 and the Xbox 360, and it didn't have no third party games. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo is the main name in gaming. It's the biggest name in gaming. PlayStation and Xbox comes after it. No matter how much. No matter if we like it or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, period, it's a household name. If I say Nintendo, my grandma gonna say Mario. You know what I'm saying? If I say Sony, she gonna be like, what, nigga, a stereo? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
Yeah, she'll say laptops or something like that. That's
you know what I'm saying?
goes.
It's like, it's just how it goes. You say Microsoft, they'd be like Windows. So it's like it's Nintendo is the face of gaming, whether we like it or not. That's why they would never fail. People think that they fail a lot. Like Wii U failed to them. It failed to us. It failed. But they jumped right back into it. Like, nigga, we'll just make this shit like a DS and sell more than everybody.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the fuck they did.
And I said that. I said that on plenty of times that the smartest thing that they did was merge the DS and they home console into one.
Right. Hell
that was
yeah.
the smartest
Because now you can
thing
put
they
those.
ever did.
Yeah. Because Nintendo was always smart. Like Pokemon was exclusive to handhelds. You know what I'm saying? It was another game too that was exclusive to handheld. And now these games are going to be at home on the man. I'm telling you, when Pokemon
it's
come
been
out,
a while since you've had a Pokemon on a home console.
You never had one, a traditional one. You never had one on the home console. You had the little.
You had Pokemon.
You had the picture character. You had an RPG one.
No, you had the
Yeah, this is the Coliseum. That's what I'm saying. That's not a traditional Pokemon.
Yeah,
that's not a real Pokemon. That's like you just got niggas fighting in an arena. But if you get a home traditional, real 100% Pokemon nigga going out with the little hat on, with the ugly girl, with the fuck, they gonna have all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Watch.
Yeah, but that was the smartest thing they did.
I mean, regardless, Microsoft,
they don't even need a DS now.
Microsoft should have really took notes, man, because I mean they would have known before they wasted the money. And I'm sorry, I stand by this. As somebody who owned the X, I still feel like they wasted their money. They wasted their money, especially if you're doing that just so you can have slightly better multiplats. It was an absolute waste of money. Their vision was not where it should have been. While PlayStation was over there assimilating, saying, you know what? Instead of alienating the family of console owners, we're just going to say, hey, if you want to have this, then go and get this versus you need this. You need this shit right here.
Exactly.
But the thing is, Phil Spencer said this, and I quote, Xbox is all about power. And we felt that we fall behind it, and that's why we came out with an X. That's what he said.
Stupid. I mean,
media also said that they had no choice but to put out a more powerful system because the OG, the vanilla Xbox One was fucking underpowered. It was fucking underpowered. It ran like it took fucking forever for games to fucking die. It took. When I first got that motherfucker, it took me the whole fucking night to download Rise, Son of Rome, and fucking
let's not go download time.
Remember, they connect to 50% of the power. So
yeah.
You know what? It wasn't even download time. That was one of the problems. Upload Studio is another problem. The other problem
Studio ain't a problem. That shit need to be thrown in the trash. They need to just
Upload Studio.
All right, there you go.
Update it and let them do something. Let people do something with it because that's how I think a lot. It's a couple of people got started on Upload Studios and uploaded their video.
I got started on Upload
yeah.
Studios.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. And you know what? You know what another problem
They
is?
need to update that motherfucker.
But you know what the other problem is with the one is
What
that
is it?
when you could sometimes you could put in a disc and it'll say give you an error and say this about make sure it's a Microsoft disc. It's my fucking
that
Microsoft
same thing
game.
happened with the X. That same thing happened with the X when I had it. Yep.
No, that's what I'm saying with the X. That's what I'm talking about. They fucked that shit up. They didn't do shit right with it.
Well, I'm not gonna say they didn't do anything right. They did exactly what they intended to do, and that was to sway that
Fuck over the consumer?
No. To sway perception of the Xbox. That's really all it was about. It was never about anything other than that. I mean, that's the reason why they went to so many different outlets and said, hey, we want you to cover, the Xbox One X. And that's why you saw all of these different outlets coming out with all of these positive reviews and things about the X, because they were scripted and they were told exactly what to say and how to say it. And that's what happened with Digital Foundry. And I think that's why Digital Foundry sort of kind of know they fucked up. Because right after they came back from that Forza thing, remember when they showed the screenshot and they showed that it was only using like 60% of the GPU or some shit like that?
Yes.
And Digital Foundry was talking all highly of it. That's why every time games started releasing, it was like, what the fuck? It was like, okay, this is not right. This isn't right. And they were like,
what I'm saying is that they're still trying to screw the consumer.
Oh, well, absolutely.
False information. Absolutely. And you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. I mean,
and the thing is,
you're a division of Microsoft. Okay, don't do that shit. You're making the whole branch of Microsoft look fucking bad. The Xbox division is by lying to the consumer.
The thing is, all the advertisement, all the lies, they still haven't won an MPD since what? Like back in 2016, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Even when the X came out last year in November, the PS4 killed it.
But here's the thing: MPDs aren't a big factor. I don't know why people make MPDs seem as big as they make it seem. If you think about it, in the UK, across seas, more units are sold on a per month basis than in the United States.
Completely.
So I don't know why we even give that much credence to fucking MPD. MPD ain't shit.
MPDs is just the United States. It costs more money for them to get those out of country.
And the thing is, Sony pretty much PS4 owns 90% of the UK over there. 90% they own pretty much over there.
Crazy.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, they do. They do own 90% over there. It's all PlayStation over there.
Unfortunately, Microsoft does not. Xbox, the brand. I'm not gonna say Microsoft. Xbox, because Microsoft is all over the world, but Xbox itself, the brand, they don't know how to. They don't know how to.
Break in or what?
I don't know if it's not breaking in. I don't think they don't have the presence because they don't try. They don't try to promote their shit good enough. They don't have a department that's good enough to actually promote their product for somebody to buy it and to sell it. I mean, you heard. Wait.
They already put a bad taste in people's mouth.
Wait, let me finish this. I'm gonna use this as an example. How many years ago did Phil Spencer say he was going to Japan to break into the market? And he did shit. But I'm talking about when he started saying it. When he started saying it, okay? Yeah. No, what he did was he took his PlayStation and went over there and played with Yoshida.
Asking him little low-key questions and shit like, damn, that's nice. What did you do to make this game? Like,
it's just like the fanboys got mad because the cloud division said they'll sell the cloud to anybody who needs it, whether it's PlayStation or not. It doesn't matter. It's a separate division. That's why I always say you can't always say Microsoft. You got to say the Xbox division. because they're separate. They are separate. So you cannot always say everything is Microsoft. No, it's the Xbox division that is screwing up that part of Microsoft.
True,
the thing is,
but to add to that though, there are some suits in Microsoft that are making these monetized decisions that are forcing the bosses of Xbox to make their games the way they're making them.
Do you think it's no? You got a good point. Do you think that's because they ain't getting a big enough budget, or because
they lost half their budget? They lost half their budget when they got combined in with Windows. Now they got to share their budget with Windows because they're part of that Windows division. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all knew that, but I know this.
We got inside information.
No, but I mean, they still have a budget. It's not like they can just throw money on the Xbox. Here, whatever you want. They have a budget. Like, hey, you work with this, and that's it. Pretty much.
They got to share budget, and that's it. And it's way smarter than what it used to be.
This is how you know they had the wrong focus. This is how you know they had the wrong focus, right? If they was really focused right? If you know you got this beast-ass console coming out, right? The first thing you do, though, is you work on games. And you work on making sure that you can level up the games that you had previously.
You know what? You could level up the games you had previously, but you got to work on the new game. So if you know that you got a new console, excellent point, because if you know you got a console coming out, say, 4 years from now, because you always have something on the back burner, and you know when the new console is coming out. So if you know this, then what do you got to do?
You know what?
You got to start developing games. You got to start developing. You got to start developing. No, wait. Let me finish. You got to start developing games for that new console.
You're right. And the thing is also, Phil Spencer thought that bringing backwards compact games, Game Pass, he thought that was going to be the money seller for them. Oh, we're going to push console with this. But Phil don't realize that he pretty much should have sat down and look, I got to bring some competing games to this console. I cannot just put Game Pass and backwards compact and that just go and push consoles. No, he just don't understand. I think that's what he pretty much his strategy. After seeing all this, I think Microsoft, if Phil thought just bringing those two things to them to the platform, he thought I was going to bring back the Xbox back. The people going trying to go back they used to be. And we need to bring games, man. We need to bring games.
I don't think that's
the problem is that Microsoft wants to be a service company like they've always been, and Xbox division is trying to do the same thing.
Think about it like this.
I don't think that's why he brought those out. I think he knew that it was about to get dry for them, so he had to put something out to where gamers would have something, but it just didn't have the impact that it needed to keep everything afloat.
Look, I'm gonna tell you why. I don't know. I don't think it was that, and the reason why, it's a question that nobody has ever asked. But King Thrash is King Thrash, nigga. I got my burgundy boxers on today, nigga. I'm on my grind. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Answer me this one question. How come they didn't make the Xbox? If backwards compatible was so hot, right? How come they didn't make the Xbox One X backwards compatible? You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds weird because we'd be like, wait a minute, it is backwards. No, it's not. None of these systems are backwards compatible. If it was backwards compatible, all Xbox games would be running backwards compatible on it. Just like the Wii U played all the Wii games, just like the PS3 played all the PS2 games when it first was compatible. Why didn't they make the Xbox One X backwards compatible? You know what I'm saying?
The first party studio games are in there from 360, but
no, that's not backwards compatible.
Most. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
The only reason why they need the only reason why Microsoft got to get paper signed for backwards compatible now is with the Xbox One and with the X2 is because they have to make alterations to the game in order to make it work.
Yeah,
but if the system
it's on an emulator.
It's on an emulator, right? So why not make the Xbox One X just plain backwards compatible to where you don't need an emulator. You just pop the game in there and it fucking works.
Because
Why didn't they do that,
need
my
those
nigga?
licensing deals to put you
You
still need those
don't need a
licensing
license
deals.
because you already have
Not
them.
for you, not
You
for
already
not for its first party studios. But what I'm saying is for those games
for the
back
third
from
parties. Yes, you
yeah.
can. The only reason why you need they need a new license because they have to make alterations to the properties that's not theirs. If you could take that property and not alter it and just put it in your system and let it work, that's true backwards compatible. That's why the PS2 didn't need all these licenses to be signed. The
Yeah,
PS3 didn't need all these licenses to be signed. The Wii U didn't
the
need all these licenses
PS3
to be signed.
they dropped it though.
They dropped it because
Dropped it
they
because
dropped it because it was costing
cost
too
too
much. They were losing. You know how much money Sony was losing with the PS3? They had to drop that shit. They already dropped the price, damn near half price to what it was worth.
But they had to come out with the emulators so they wouldn't lose money though.
No. If you get the fat PS3, it will play every fucking PS2 game.
Yeah, I
Every
got
single
mine.
one
The
of them.
ones that's already out there. But they stopped developing
Huh?
those after 6 months?
Right.
After
They
6 months?
stopped developing it
So
because
if
they
you
had to
had
lower the
one then,
price
you
or
were
they wouldn't
good
go
to
sell
go.
to.
Because the
Yeah, if you
emotion
had one then, you were
engine.
good to go.
No, not because of licenses though. Because the emotion engine costs way too much. Now,
Yeah,
here's
it
the
costs
thing.
you.
Here's the thing about that though. Here's another fun fact regarding that backwards compatibility stuff. If you think that was a thing, why do you think PlayStation now has the ability to have 600 games on it,
Exactly.
including third-party
They're all
games?
streamed. They're all streamed.
And you
I
They
think
mean,
are.
that's you think
most
that's
of
a
those,
difference?
most of those were deals. I mean, most of those games that's on PS now were their IPs, ain't it?
No. There's
No.
the majority is third-party games. Like
There's
Red Dead
almost 600 games
Redemption,
on
Batman,
that
all of
shit.
that shit.
That
Yeah, all that.
from developers that they didn't own.
Yeah. They don't
Yeah.
own Red
See,
Dead. They don't own Take Two.
Microsoft got motherfuckers thinking weird. Like I'm telling you,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
about
I don't know.
licenses. It's not about licenses. It's just about altering the motherfucking. If you alter a property without permission, you can get sued. You can't just alter. It's like me altering something
But
and
I
then
mean,
selling it. And once
I
again,
mean,
you know what I'm
for those
saying?
games that they put on backwards compatibility, I can pop that game in. That the game that the disc is not altered.
No.
So
No, it's
I
not.
don't
No, the
know what
information is because look, when you pop it in there, you gotta download it, right?
no.
That's what you're
Well, yeah, you got
downloading.
to download it.
That's what
You
you're
can download it.
downloading. The shit that they're altering to make it work on the Xbox. What I'm saying is they could have put the engine from the Xbox 360 and have it inside of the motherfucking Xbox One X and have your backwards
But
compatibility work. Just period.
but
You won't have to do
but
no authorization,
but
no
streaming and
alteration.
downloading a game, downloading that backwards compatible game and streaming the game is different. You don't need licenses to stream a game because nobody
You
owns,
do.
you don't own the stream game.
What
No,
you're
you
thinking
do. You
about?
do and you don't.
No.
If you're making money
You know
off
what?
of
You
it.
know what he think? He's talking about the DRM license and the digital rights management licensing.
Yeah.
That's something totally different, bro.
That's
That has
different,
nothing
yeah.
to do with the publisher, bro.
No, like think about it. Why do you think the Wii U? If people say like this generation, why was the Wii U able to play all Wii games, no matter if it's Nintendo or not? It was able to do so because it was built into the system to be pure backwards compatible. That's why that's why I always laugh when Xbox fans be like, "Oh, the Xbox is backwards compatible." I'm like, "No, it's not, dumbass. They just get emulated games and alter them and work on that shit." Sony,
Yeah, background.
All right,
Sony can do.
well, what's going on back there? Somebody got some
I don't know.
shit going
Somebody
on. I
shooting
can't.
gun.
Somebody
Yeah,
having
I
a
don't know
fight
what the
over.
hell that is.
Somebody having a fight on their mic, bro. Like,
It wasn't me.
that's that fight night round champion Floyd.
Something.
He
Something.
said no
Shit.
fight night round 4.
No, somebody was doing some shooting game back there because I was hearing guns
Yeah, he
going
muted
off.
his mic. He muted
Oh,
his
okay.
mic.
All right. Well, listen, guys, we're going on 2.5 hours. We're gonna have to pick this up. Yeah,
Oh
already.
yeah. I gotta get ready to do my fucking podcast.
Yeah.
That's what
I
I'm
know.
doing.
But
I know.
I know y'all was thinking that I was saying that like it was the hot shit. I wasn't meaning it like that. I mean I said that he put it out because he knew that we was going through a dry spell and he had to put something out before we got into the midst of that dry spell.
Here's the
All right.
thing. Here's the thing. One last question, Titanfall.
Go ahead.
And this is for y'all. This is for everybody whoever want to answer this shit. Y'all think that the Xbox One X was Phil's doing?
Exactly.
You know what? You know what?
Hey, Stick, it's too early in the morning for this shit.
To tell you the truth, what I think that they're going to do for next generation, right? I think the Xbox One S is going to be that base model, right? Because by the time that new Xbox come out, that shit's going to be $500 off the rip. You already know that, right?
How can they sell a new?
What's going to be $500?
The next Xbox.
What's going to be $500?
The next Xbox.
Yeah, more than likely. Well, how successful was the Xbox One X?
That's what I said. How can they sell?
Let me finish.
That's the real question.
Let me finish. I'm getting to the point. By the time that next Xbox come out, the One X should be what, $200, maybe less.
Hell no.
That's gonna be their base model.
You know why that's not going?
The next Xbox is going to be $99.
They're doing forward and backwards compatibility.
Well,
the next Xbox is going to be the next Xbox is going to be $99.
They're not.
I put my money on it right now.
Grant, stop.
they're not making any money from the Xbox One X, man. Like that's one of the major.
Nobody is making money off of off the hardware.
What are you talking about?
Sony is. Sony and Nintendo is.
What you talking about?
Sony and Nintendo making money off of that shit.
They didn't start profiting.
No,
Nintendo is not. Well, Nintendo.
That was making $13.46 each console they sold.
Sony has profited off this generation with the PS4 a lot.
Every piece of hardware, including the VR, bruh.
Yeah.
Hey, on top of that,
Sony afloat.
Microsoft was making a profit on the base Xbox, on the regular Xbox.
Absolutely.
When they had to connect, when they had to connect in with it, it was $500. They was making, I think, $9 or some shit like that. But they were making a profit. Then when they took out that real shit, I'm telling y'all, I looked this shit up. I had to look this shit up, nigga. My channel was real informational type, and I can't have these niggas coming at me talking about I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? So they made like $9. Sony made $13. Nintendo was making about $13 too. I think a little bit more. I think Nintendo makes the most off of their shit. But that being said, when they got rid of the camera, they made the most. When Microsoft got rid of that Kinect, they lost a ton of money because they invested a lot of money into the Kinect. So when they took that shit out, it was already a wrap.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they tried to do it was they're the only company. The reason why they're not making money is because there's no Kinect. Yeah. So they lost a lot of money just because of the Kinect, just period. And when they came out with the Xbox One X, they weren't making a dime. They weren't losing money and they weren't making money. But now that they're bundling it with games now they're losing money because they're making bundles with the Xbox One X.
I was just
whenever you make a bundle, you lose money.
All right, guys, before we go.
All right, we gotta go. Yeah, we gotta go. Yeah.
No. Before we go, I got one last subject because it's been coming up, and I've been seeing some bullshit on Microsoft and all that other shit. What are your thoughts on them talking about Microsoft selling you information to people, like your email address, your credit card? I don't know about your credit cards, but your email address, your phone numbers, whatever you got on there, they're trying to make money off of that. And you know, people do that. They sell phone numbers to people and they do all this shit. What do you think of that?
All right, let me go first because I gotta start up my shit, my channel. I talked about this on my podcast before, and I think in one of my videos and shit. I don't know if you niggas, I don't know what y'all demigod and y'all. I haven't, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know y'all niggas like that. I don't know if y'all was in my shit or seen my shit, but
I'm not.
Sony, I got a skit that I was joking about, but it was really the truth. You know what I'm saying? My skits got a lot of truth in them. And one thing I said was that Sony been doing this shit for years. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft been doing this shit ever since Xbox Live became something. Sega did it with their online. Everybody did this shit, but they never sold your information like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody takes your information, they use your information, and they do kind of sell it to get. That's why you get these ads. You don't know where or why you got them shits. You check that box in order to get that shit. But Microsoft isn't giving you a box to check. They fucking just selling your fucking shit. And that was part of the Holy Grail. They was trying to do that shit from the beginning anyway. That's why the family plan got cut, because They took off all the DRM, and the family plan was supposed to get everybody's information, your little sisters, your mamas, everybody's information to sell. That's why they call it the Holy Grail. They was able to get everything. So Microsoft is still trying to continue with that plan. They just can't do it as much as they wanted to. But you've been signed off. I got a video showing where you signed off and the actual rights that they actually have with your information.
Oh, yeah,
They have the right to do so. Nobody reads those, but I went and made a video showing it, nigga, pointing arrows at the sentence that you need to look at, nigga, just everything. You know what I'm saying? I made this video like a year ago. And you know, it's that's just how it is. Like we sign off to it, and the problem with that is that we don't have no choice. Like it's that same agreement to where if you don't agree, you can't use their shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't use their Xbox, you can't use their services unless you agree to that shit. So it's fucked up that they selling it, man.
And we've been getting those hints for a while too, because you get those weird ass fucking.
God damn, he sound like he on a walkie-talkie right now.
No, you know what the problem is with him? No, you know what the problem is with him is he's still on the road traveling. So when he gets to certain areas, it gets messed up. But I know. Wait, before we continue, King, I know you got to go do your shit. Do you want to do an outro before you go?
Yeah, sure. What's up, y'all? Half y'all niggas know what it is, and the other half of y'all niggas don't. It's all motherfucking good, my nigga. About to go handle the podcast like I normally do. Check my channel out. I got some of the realest shit on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm the king, she the queen, and this nigga right here is sick. Well, this nigga is sick, and this is what the fuck we do. We do gaming like the fuck it's supposed to be, my nigga.
Hey,
man, I'm always saying some stupid shit.
King, before you go, I had an idea, and I'm gonna say it right on air.
Oh,
me, you, Sick, and Lincoln doing a gaming channel because we've been playing. So with Lincoln and everything else, I think we all need to get together and do a gaming community show, and we need to get this going and have it like maybe twice a month and do competitions, and we all bring people in there and whatever, and see if they can whoop our asses, because you know they can't, Thrash. You know they can't.
I haven't lost yet.
Just invite me in. I'll fight anybody.
All right, Demigod, you're welcome too. I know Demigod would.
Yeah, you're welcome, Demigod. Hey, Demigod, that's that ass. Understand that, nigga. But I do gotta bounce to make my stick.
What do you think? about that?
I'll fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? We can do that. We can bring something up. Just hit me up on Twitter. That way we can set everything up.
All right,
you know what I'm saying? Let me know how you want to do it. When you want to do it.
I'm with it too.
Sit down. You know
I'm definitely with it.
Yeah, we can do. I'm a gamer, so I'm a gaming community gamer. I'm a gaming community YouTuber too, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know you want it, so I fuck with you, and you keep it real. So, but I wanted you to. The only reason why I wanted you to do outro because I know you got to start your podcast, and once I'm done with this, trust me, I'll be listening to your podcast. Okay?
Yeah. Jump in. You know,
I'm going to give you that like. You know, I'm going to give you that like. I'll be there. I'll be there.
Sure. Hey, in fact, Demigod and Kill, if y'all niggas want to come through, and you know what I'm saying, if y'all feel like chatting some more, my nigga, I mean, y'all can come through, and you know what I'm saying, anytime y'all want. Sure. That nigga, I ain't gonna invite Sick. This motherfucker just jump in when the fuck he want to jump in, so I ain't even gonna invite God. But y'all niggas know what it is, man.
So. Tonight, bro, I'll be there.
Just hit me up on Twitter.
Yeah,
my ad is that guy Demi. Just hit me up.
Yeah.
You said who? That guy Demi?
That guy.
That guy Demi or that guy?
That guy Demi. That guy. Yeah.
See, you should have said that guy Demi. That shit would have been way better. You owe me $5. Change your name. All right, I'm I'll hit y'all niggas up, man, for sure. If I can remember, damn. Hey, if y'all don't, Sick, can you link these niggas?
Yeah.
If you could. Or Titanfall, you in the round table, ain't you, Titanfall?
Yeah.
I think she is. You in that thing too.
I thought it was.
Link these guys. It'd be cool if they want to come through and chat, man. They know they shit, so I rather we can do this shit, my nigga.
All right.
Whenever y'all ready. Yeah, you can come
good.
do 2 princess. If you want, nigga, don't be acting all extra, nigga.
Well,
But
I ain't acting. Well, no, I am extra, but I ain't acting extra. But I got to get something to eat because girl's starving.
oh yeah,
All right,
yeah.
you
You
sit
gonna
there
be
talking
you
about
ain't real
those
extra. You
wings
don't
with
eat.
all that shit. You made me hungry.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop that shit.
Dipping it.
Yeah,
Dipping
all
the
right,
wings. No
Craig. All
fries,
right.
nigga. I'm doing veggie sticks because I'm on a diet. Eating Wingstop though. You know what I'm saying?
No, wait. You lie. You lie. No, you're lying because I have it recorded. You said you had chicken wings and you were
I
dipped
did.
it in ranch.
In the
So when
ranch,
you talking
yeah.
about veggie,
But I'm
we're
saying
talking about veggie
but
sticks.
I got the veggies instead of the fries for dietary
Oh,
purposes.
okay.
You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
But you can't have
As
fried
you
chicken
should.
and
As you should.
Hey,
you
hey,
can't do
hey,
fried chicken with
hey, stop making me feel fat, cuz. All right, it's all good, nigga. Nigga, what the hell, nigga. Let me be in my world, please. Nah. All right, y'all. I'll let y'all know.
All right,
Hey,
we'll
yeah.
see you. We'll
Hey,
catch you soon. All
all
right.
right, for sure.
All right.
All
We're gonna do our outros, guys. Now we're gonna do the rest of our outros
All right.
because
Let me
it's
do
getting
mine
late
real
and I
quick.
gotta get something to eat.
Because I gotta drop this
So
trailer.
yeah. All right. Cortavius, go ahead because I know you're still on the road. So you go ahead and do what you gotta do because I know you gotta wind shit up.
Yeah. All right, everybody. It's Killer Tay 229. You can add me on the Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, and even Oculus at the same name. Make sure you check out all these guys. They always put out good information. And I'll see y'all next week over on King Thrashes.
Sounds good. All right, El Matador, go ahead.
Hey, thank you, Princess, for having me again. I appreciate it. This is Dana. And like and share, subscribe, guys, for everybody here in the panel. And you guys can hit me up on PlayStation, on Xbox. No, I'll play there sometimes, but it is what it is. But thank you again, and yeah, keep it gaming.
You're more than welcome. You're welcome anytime. We get you here. Next, we got Demigod. Go ahead.
Yo, what's up, guys? Got Reviews here. Thank you for having me on. Titanfall, always a pleasure to be on. Right after this, I'm actually uploading the video as soon as I leave on Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 getting pushed and remastered.
I heard about that.
My hype is through the roof right now. My soul left my body. I am ready.
You say
So,
my damn.
All bangers.
so be on the lookout for that. All bangers. But yeah, thank you for having me. Come check out the channel and be on the lookout.
Last but not least, we got Sick Humor. Go ahead.
Absolutely. This your boy Penn from Sick Humor TV. And if you are real sensitive about Xbox, you might not want to come to my channel because fuck Xbox. Facts. That's all.
Yeah. All right. And you know who this is. This is Titanfall Princess. Follow everybody that's been on the panel. They got good content. Please go check out the Roundtable podcast. It's right after this podcast. King Thrash is getting started. Please go check it out. You'll love what they have. They're good people. You'll love their content. And you're going to do that. And you're also going to hit the like button on the way out because I said so. And because y'all love me, I'm out of here later.
Adios.